Hello everyone, welcome to What If Deku Was Reborn as Issei in Highschool DxD Part 3. Chapter 26, Izuku's POV. The tea made by Ria's queen is superb. Thank you very much. The guy who praises Akeno-san's tea, Razor. Akeno-san is also smiling, but she doesn't say her usual ara and yufufu. I feel a bit scared. Butchu who is sitting on the sofa. Razor who carelessly sat next to her and is holding her shoulder. Butchu keeps on shaking his hands off, but the bastard keeps on touching her hair, hands and shoulders. That guy is way too close to her. We, her servants, are sitting away from the two high-class devils and can only look at them. Who just looking at him pisses me off. He keeps on touching her body. If he starts touching her legs, I'm seriously going to jump at him. If I think about it, I already know the sensation of Butchu's op-eye. If the maid didn't interfered, we would have gone through our night of passion. I-san. Did something good happen? Asia who is next to me, asks with a worried face. Indecent thinking is prohibited. Kaneko-chan gives me her harsh words again. Does this girl have some power that allows her to read my mind? Ice-kun, in any case you should wipe your drool. Tiba gives me a handkerchief with a refreshing smile. I tried to wipe my drool with my sleeve, but Asia wipes it for me with her handkerchief. It's almost time to eat snacks, so you drooled thinking about it, correct? Ugh. My heart hurts because she said that with a smile. This girl probably doesn't know that I was thinking about naughty stuff. Thank you, Asia. I'm sorry, Asia. I thanked her, while apologizing to her in my heart. And at that time. Stop it already. Butchu's angry voice echoes through the room. When I look, Butchu got up from the sofa and is glaring sharply at Razor. Razor on the other hand is smirking like usual. Razor, I told you before I will not marry you. Yeah, I heard that before. But Rias, that won't do, you know. I think the situation of your household is quite serious. That's none of your concern. If I'm the next heiress for the house of Gremory, then I will choose who will become my husband. My father, brother, and everyone in the clan are rushing it. Also, it was a promise that I will be free until I graduate from University of the Human World. That's right. You will basically be free. You can go to college and you can do whatever you like with your servants. But your Otu-sama and Surzucha-sama are worried. They are afraid that your household will become extinct. We lost a great number of pure-blood devils in the last war. Even if the war has ended, our rivalry with the fallen angels and God hasn't ended yet. It's not rare for the successors of pure-blood devil to get killed in the worthless battle against them, which leads to the household becoming extinct. So for a pure-blood devil that also happens to be a high-class devil, getting together would be the obvious solution for the forces of devils. A pure-blood high-class devil. Even you know that these children will be important from now on, right? Butchu and Razor start to argue about something I don't get. But even an idiot like me knows that they are discussing an important thing about the world of devils. Butchu becomes quiet when Razor started a serious topic. Though her sharp eyes haven't changed. Razor continues to talk after drinking the tea. The newly produced devils. The ones like your servants, the reincarnated devils, are expanding in terms of strength, but that would make us, the high-class devils with old history background, lose our place. There are old nobles who gets close to the reincarnated devils because they are very powerful. Well, that might be alright. The newly produced devils are also important for our future. But we can't allow the pure-blood devils to go extinct, right? You and I were chosen in order to prevent the pure-bloods from going extinct. My house is safe because I have my older brothers. But there are only 2 siblings in your house. And your brother is someone who left the house. Then there would only be you, Rias, who can inherit the house of Gremory. If you don't take a husband, the house of Gremory will go extinct in your generation. Are you trying to crush the household that has been continuing for a very long time? Because of the past war, there is not even half the number of devils who were referred as 72 pillars. This marriage has the future of the devils on the line. It seems like the discussion is getting really serious. The 72 pillars, I was told about it from Kiba before. A long time ago there were 72 devils that held a peerage, and each clan had dozens of armies, but most of them died in the war. Butchu's clan are one of the important pure-blood devils that survived the war. I was pissed when Razor kept on saying engagement, but listening to the whole story makes it seem very complicated. Pure-blood devils, in other words Butchu and Razor. A pure devil. It means their parents are also pure-blood devils. A real devil. Asia and I will be categorized as reincarnated devils then. A rule from ancient time, huh? Then my opinion won't mean a thing, huh? But it's alright. I will just agree with Butchu's decision. Of course that's after hearing her true feelings. I'm not going to crush my house. And I am willing to take a husband. Hearing Butchu, Razor makes a big smile. Oh, to be expected from Rias then let's. But I won't marry you, Razor. I will marry the one I acknowledge. Even the devils from the old noble house have the right to choose. Butchu talks over Razor and says it clearly. Hearing that, Razor suddenly becomes unpleasant. His eyes become sharper and he even makes a noise with his tongue. You know, Rias. I'm also a devil who carries the name of House of Phoenix behind me. I can't let that name get tarnished. I didn't even want to come to a small old building like this in the human world. Rather, I don't like the human world that much. The fire and wind of this world is filthy. For a devil like me who rules fire and wind, I can't stand it. Flame, there are flames around Razor. There are small bits of fire around the room. I will take you back to the underworld, even if I have to burn all of your servants. Chills. This hostility and killing intent fills the room. The pressure from Razor's body come right at me, no, at us. I feel something cold on my back and it feels like all the hair on my body is about to stand. The killing intent directed by a high-class devil. This is bad, my hands and body are trembling, but at the same time I couldn't help but growl at him that I subconsciously activated Ofa for a bit, but I stopped just in time. Asia hugs my arm because she got scared. Yeah, Asia won't be able to withstand this atmosphere. I feel the uneasiness like the time when I fought that fallen angel, no, it's even worse. Hiba and Kaneko-chan aren't trembling, but they are getting ready to fight any time. Butchu makes a stance against Razor and there are red aura coming out of her body. Razor also starts covering his body with fire. Intense heat fills the room. Hot that fire, it's obvious that we will get turned to ash if we get hit by that. I can feel the same strength of demonic power as Butchu from his flames. Butchu is stronger than the fallen angel I beat. If I can sense the same strength from him, does it mean that Razor is a devil who is incredibly strong? The flame gathers around Razor's back and forms into wings of flame. Exactly like a firebird. The atmosphere is intense. But there is one person who interfered calmly. It's Grafia-san. Oju-sama, Razor-sama, please calm down. If both of you were to continue, then I won't be quiet about it. For Surzich's-sama's honor, I won't hold back. Butchu and Razor both make a serious face after hearing Grafia-san's quiet and intense voice. It seems like they are scared of her. Razor calms the flames around his body and sighs while shaking his head. To be told that by the strongest queen, even I would be scared. I definitely wouldn't want to fight the people from Surzich-sama's group, which is known to be made up of monsters. So Butchu's brother has that much influential power, huh? I also didn't know that Grafia-san is that strong. I don't even feel any killing intent coming from her at all. Butchu also stops her red demonic power and disbands her battle position. Looks like we avoided the worst case scenario. Seeing that both Butchu and Razor have no intention to fight, Grafia-san speaks. Master, Surzich's-sama, and those from the House of Phoenix knew it would turn out like this. To tell you the truth, this was to be the last discussion meeting. Everyone knew that it wouldn't be solved, so they decided to make a last resort. Last resort? What do you mean, Grafia? Oju-sama, if you wish to push your opinion forward, then how about you settle it by having a rating game against Razor-sama? Butchu becomes speechless hearing Grafia-san. She seems to be very shocked. Rating game, I think I heard about it before. It's a game that is played by the devils with peerage and they compete by making their servants battle. Tiba explains it to me because I have a confused look. Oh, I think I remember about it. It's a battle amongst devils where you use your servants, pawn, knight, bishop, rook, and queen. I heard that your strength in the game reflects greatly in your social standing among other devils. But wasn't that game only played by mature age devils and Butchu who isn't at the mature age can't participate in it? Grafia-san continues her explanation and answers my questions. Just as you know, Oju-sama, only mature age devils can participate in official rating game. But if it's an unofficial match between pure blood devils, even immature devils can participate. However, in this case, when it involves the family and household problems, Butchu continues to talk while making a sigh. In other words, Otu-sama and the others decided to have a game as a last resort if I was to decline, right? Just how far are they intending to interfere with my life to feel satisfied? Butchu is really ticked off. I can feel her urge to kill scary. Then Oju-sama, you are saying you would also decline to participate in the game? No, I won't, since this is a chance. Alright then. Let's settle this with a game, Razor. Razor smirks after Butchu's provocative words. So you're accepting it. I don't mind. But I'm already a mature devil and I have already participated in the official game. Right now I have won most of the games. Even so, you still want to play, Rias? Razor replied back with an even more provocative words. Butchu sends back a fearless smile. I will blow you away, Razor. Fine. If you win, do whatever you like. But if I win, you will marry me immediately. Both of them glares at each other. They are both glaring at each other with scary eyes. Understood. I, Grafia, have confirmed both sides' opinion. I will be in charge of the game between the two household. Is that okay? Yes. Yeah. Butchu and Razor both agrees to Grafia-san's approval. Understood. I will inform the two households then. Grafia-san bows her head after confirming. Wow, it has turned into a serious situation game, so I will be participating in it as well. Razor looks at me and then smirks. He then makes a smirk which pisses me off. There he is. Would the ones here be your servants? Butchu twitches her eyes at his words. So what? Razor starts laughing after Butchu answers him as if he finds it amusing. Then this match will be a laugh. Only your queen, the priestess of thunder, can fight on par with my adorable servants. Saying that, Razor clicks his fingers and the magic circle on the floor glows. The magic circle has the same emblem of phoenix that Razor appeared from. Then shadows appears from the magic circle. 1, 2, 3 shit. I got speechless after I saw the number of shadows that appears from the magic circle. Well, these are my cute servants. Around Razor who said that, 15 people that seems to be his servants gathers around him. There's a person in armor that seems to be a knight. There's also a person wearing a hood that seems to be a magician. Full members just like in real chess, you can have a maximum number of 15 servant devils under your control. It seems like high-class devils receives 15 evil pieces from Mao. You can form a master and servant relationship by using it to those who you want to make as your servant. If the person you wish to make your servant has high potential capacities, then the chess consumption can be doubled. That's why there are cases where there is only one rook or one knight. But you also had the same incident. That is me. You can get a maximum of 8 pawns, but you used all 8 pieces on me because there is an extremely fiendish thing within me. That's why there are high-class devils that doesn't have 15 servants. But Razor has the maximum number of 15 servants. It's a magnificent view to see all 16 devils including the king. We only have one of each of king, queen, rook, bishop, knight, and pawn. So that makes it a 6 versus 16. I got shocked by this fact. No, I'm sorry. There's something else on my mind. I mean, I can't help it. What is this? They're all girls. The knight and the magician I mentioned earlier are also girls. A girl wearing a Chinese dress, 2 girls with beast ears, 2 girls with identical face that seems to be twins, a lowly girl, 2 older girls with nice bodies, a Yamato Nadeshiko-like girl wearing a kimono. There's also a girl wearing a dress who looks like a European princess, a wild-looking older woman who is carrying a sword on her back. There's also a girl wearing a dancer's outfit. There's also a mysterious woman wearing a mask that hides half of her face. They are all beautiful women or beautiful young girls. An army of beauty actually exist. Electricity runs through my body. I see, so that's what it is. This guy, Razor, actually done it. Every guy's dream, a harem, the high-class devil who turned harem into reality. A Razor Phoenix, what a person, what a guy, and he has the audacity to marry the president. Why the hell am I like this book? Here he is, this servant cunt over here is crying a lot while looking at me. Razor said it while looking at me. He seems to be really freaked out by me. Butchu places her hand on her forehead when she sees me. This boy's dream is to have a harem. I think he was moved after looking at your servants. I'm sure the guy is a harem, but I'm not moved by this jackass. Gross. Razor Sama, this person is freaking me out. Razor's girls make a disgusted face while looking at me. I just sighed while wiping away my tears. Razor calms them while patting their bodies. Don't say that, my cute girls. Looking up to upper stream folks is what a lowly ones does. Let's show them how passionate we are. Saying that, Razor starts to have a tongue kiss with one of the girls. Butchu seems like she didn't care. And then Afu. The girl is making a sweet voice while putting her legs around Razor for buck's sake. Ahihau. Next to me, Asia has her face turn red and has her brain blow. This view must be too strong for Asia. Razor takes his mouth away while there is a thread of saliva and then starts to tongue kiss another girl. Don't start the second round in here. Razor, who finished his second tongue kiss, smirks while looking down at me. You will never be able to do this. I feel like this bastard is saying that to me. You will never be able to do this. Don't say what I think you were saying, damn it, boosted gear. I have my head full with rage, so I put my left hand up in the air and then shouted. While emitting red lights, the thing that is possessed in my left arm shows itself. A red gauntlet which has a mark of a dragon engraved in it. Boosted gear. It's a masterpiece, sacred gear that gives enormous power to the possessor. I point my finger at Razor and then tell him. The womanizer like you isn't good enough to be with Butchu. Huh? Weren't you looking up to the so-called womanizer? Shut up, and why would I look up to someone who's nothing but a docu? That's different. With the thing about Butchu, at this rate, you will continue to flirt with other girls, even after you marry Butchu. Heroes love women. That's a saying in the human world, right? A good phrase indeed. But this is just a close relationship with my servants. Aren't you also getting adored by Rias? I just glared at him and summoned Ofa, causing arcs of lighting to come around me with my eyes glowing up a bit. Hero my ass, you are just a bird guy, Firebird Phoenix. Haha, that's the same as Yakitori. Razor puts a furious expression at my provocation. Yakitori, why you low-class devil, don't get ahead of yourself. That's not the way you talk to a high-class devil. Rias, what's going on with your discipline towards your servants? But you just looks away and says, like I care. Hey Yakitori guy, I will just beat the crap out of you with my boosted gear. We don't need to have a game, I will just take you all down, right here, right now. Boost. A sound came from the jewel located on the gauntlet, and at the same time my body gets overflowed with strength. But I won't underestimate the Yakitori douche nozzle, not one bit, including his servants. Razor just sighs. Mira. Do it. Yes, Razor-sama. Razor gives an order to his servant. She is small just like Kaneko-chan and has a childish face. She takes out a stick that martial artists use and makes a battle posture after swinging her stick around. I looked closely and got ready for what's about to happen, and with the help of a special power and dodged the attack that was about to hit me in the gut, but I did get pushed back when the girl who was named Mira attacked me again, making me hit the wall. But I was still standing. I simply looked at Riser and smirked while he just glared at me. Izuku, think you can best me? I'd like to see you try, Penix prick. I sighed while thinking about the latest events that happened while lying down on my bed. After that, the club activity, Devil's Job, was cancelled. Butchu went deep inside the old school building together with Akeno-san. It seems like they are having a strategy meeting. It looks like they are making strategies for the raiding game. This will be Butchu's first match. Of course she wants to cancel the club activity to build a strategy. In 10 days. That's too soon. I wonder if we can gather the factors needed to defeat Razor and his servants within that time. I then look at my left arm. The absolute power which is possessed in here. Boosted gear which increases the power to no limits. But it has many weak points. That's me, who is vulnerable. No, it's not that, but I need to figure out how to be able to use it at its full power and try to talk to that dragon again. It's been some time since we spoke, so, but when had those words pearl before swine. Just like Razor said. So I no point thinking about that. I got up from the bed and then start to mess my hair up. But you said she still didn't want to get married. She said she didn't want to get married if her husband is Razor. She chose to battle Razor in order to break off the engagement. I don't know much about their household and relation between high-class devils issues because it's too complicated, but I will only fight for Butchu's sake. I have a debt of gratitude towards Butchu. A lot, in fact. I want to fight for Butchu. I need to support Butchu. Okay, from tomorrow morning I will start my training again, more like training for the whole day. I can skip school if I tell Butchu. I'm going to spend my next 10 days on training. I will contact Kiba so I can learn how to use swords. I will ask Akeno-san how to use demonic powers as well. I will learn close combat from Kaneko-chan. Yup, I have decided, my decision is made. I will train for the next 10 days. I started to feel a bit at ease after making my decision. I will go and have a bath now. I went downstairs and got ready to take a bath. I went inside the bathroom while feeling fired up and then took my clothes off quickly. After I take a bath, I will talk to Asia about tomorrow. Open. It happens when I open the door. What the? Asia and I meet inside the bathroom. A naked me and a naked Asia. A blonde-haired beauty is standing fully naked in front of me. She was inside. Since I was thinking about many things, I forgot to check if anyone is inside. Asia's body is wet because she was taking a shower. Her blonde hair, which is wet with hot water, is glued onto her soft-looking white skin. It's sexy. More than that, you have nice proportions, Asia. Her tight hips. Your small buttock is so lovely, damn it. Her thighs aren't too skinny nor too fat, just the right size for me. If I see these thighs when she wears a skirt, I will be down on my knees. And her eye, which you can't possibly know when she wears her clothes. It's not small, and it isn't that bad. Asia, I'm glad you have grown this much. No, it's not the time for being emotional. Why on earth am I staring at her body? So much for trying to control myself. Ever since being issei, my hormones are going nuts. If I look carefully, Asia's gaze is moving down towards my crotch. No, Asia, it's too early for you to look at . Asia's whole body starts to go really red, and she looks away. Sorry, I will leave now. I turned around on the spot so I can leave the bathroom. However, Asia grabs my wrist as if she is trying to stop me from leaving. What's going on, Asia-chan? I am sorry. It was my first time seeing a boy's. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear what she said because she said it while mumbling. And no, I'm sorry too, I came in without checking. I'm sorry, I saw a lot of your. I apologized as well. I'm the one at fault here. I came in without checking who was inside the bath. I should have checked even if it wasn't locked. After all, we got an additional new family member. No, I understand, everyone told me about the rule when you have a bath in Japan, so I'm alright. Asia says it shyly. She was told. Rule. Japanese rule for what? In Japan, I heard that there is the thing called having a bath together, that you get to know each other by having a bath together. Who was it who told Asia this wonderful? No, who told Asia this weird information? No, that's not a mistake. There certainly is a thing like that in Japan. But that's only between the same genders. Asia continues while having her cheeks go red. I was told to do this with someone I want to form a special relationship with. I don't mind if it's I-san. No, I want to deepen my relation with I-san even more. That's why. Will you have a bath together with me? Nosebleed. So much blood comes out from my nose. Lately it has been happening a lot. Wait. It will be dangerous if it stays like this any longer, Asia. I am also a guy. I will lose myself if I hear a magic word like that. This girl doesn't know what will happen to me if I did. I turned around to Asia after making up my mind. I grabbed onto her shoulders and then opened my mouth. But I couldn't say anything when I saw her adorable face. My face started to turn red, and next thing happened was me jetting in close to her while she looked at me. Issei-san. I went give her small bite, making her help from the contact, but she suddenly came close to me and wrapped her arms around my lower back. I started to push her until she hit the wall gently. Asia, I don't think I can hold on much longer. My eyes turned emerald along with cat-like pupils. Asia, who was blushing, spread her arms so I can continue, and I did. I kissed her on the neck while my hands traveled down her lower region, but unfortunately, door opens. The door suddenly opens. Asia-chan. I will leave the towel here. Ayaka-sama appears. It seems like she is trying to put the towel on top of the washing machine, but she froze her posture after seeing me and Asia together. My eyes turned back to normal, and I growled internally, but I went back to normal after she interrupted us, making me blush up a bit. Mum leaves the bathroom while moving like a robot. Then, my mum shouts. "Oh, to SANW, we are going to have a GRANDCHILD. I got out of the bathroom while being naked and apologized to Asia while I used both my hands to hide my face. There is one thing I was thinking about while I'm running towards my room. Someone, please kill me. The next morning, I called Asia into my room. We are sitting opposite each other in a Caesar posture. Listen up, Asia-san. Yes, I-san. Eyes are wolves. You will be eaten if you approach them carelessly. Men are werewolves. That is scary. I sure won't be able to walk outside during the full moon then. Asia takes what I had said seriously. I got a headache. Man, I'm seriously getting a headache. The day after the bathroom incident, I started to give a lecture to Asia about how dangerous guys are. This girl is too defenseless. Well, it's not like Asia had an ordinary life, so it can't be helped if she is a bit different. But I have to tell her how guys my age are dangerous and that girls like her that isn't careful will become their prey easily. If I don't, she won't be able to have a safe school life. Well, if there are guys like that who approaches Asia, then I will beat the crap out of them. No, that won't be enough. I need to teach her how her purity is something very important to her. However, shouldn't it be girls teaching these things to other girls? By the way, after that incident, my parents went to a discount store which is opened even at night. They bought baby clothes and baby toys while putting on a big smile. No matter how much I explained to them, they simply said things like, "Don't worry, I know about it." Shotgun marriage are accepted nowadays. Oh my, I sure would like a girl for my first grandchild, or so I am going to become a grandpa. If it's a boy, then I have to buy him a new carp streamer. Looks like my family has become international now. Maybe I should learn how to speak English. It's useless. My family is worthless. Now, getting back to the part where guys are dangerous. I say it to Asia again. That's not it, Asia. Guys around my age, guys in their teens, are very interested in girls. It's not an exaggeration if I were to say that they are always thinking about girls. Actually, we think about naughty stuff every few seconds. If there are days when we see a panty shot, then that will be a day to celebrate for us. By the way, panty shot is a phenomenon where we get a glimpse of girls' panties from under their skirt. Do you also think about naughty stuff as well, I-san? Yeah, of course. I'm also perverted. You know that very well, right, Asia? Yes. Asia replied with a smile. There's a crack in my heart from her carefree smile. I see, so she knows I'm perverted. Why, yeah, I'm perverted. Guys like that are really scary. That's why guys like that drag pure girls like you into a dark place and do something very bad. Something very bad. Asia tilts her head adorably. Man, each of her actions is damn cute. They touch your body, then they touch your body again, then again they touch your body. In other words, they do indecent actions towards girls. It's dangerous, right? Scary, right? Yes, I'm scared. But if I am in danger, I-san will come and save me. Asia smiles and answers me like she actually means it. But Asia, you have to increase your awareness as a girl. I'm really scared because you don't doubt other people. You're scared, I-san. Yeah, I am. If some guys do something to you when I'm not looking, then I might kill those guys. I'm that worried about you, Asia. I told her seriously and sincerely. Asia is listening to me seriously as well since I'm putting on a serious face. What I told her is my actual feeling. If someone ever deceives and hurts Asia, then I won't hold back even if that person is a human. I'm a devil. I also possess an insane sacred gear. Even if I'm far superior to a human, I won't hold back my anger. Even if Butchu tries to kill me, I will still beat the crap out of that guy. That's how important Asia is to me. Is it because she's a girl? That is part of it. Because I like her? That is also the part of it. But more than that, I changed her life drastically. I changed her life that she could have finished as a sister to a life that is the complete opposite of it. I made her into a devil because of my own justice. No, my own selfishness. At that time, that may have been the best solution. However, But you isn't blaming me since she said to me, I wanted to make her into my servant so you don't have to be concerned about it, Ice. But that won't be enough. I need to look after her so she can live peacefully. For the rest of my life, that is. Issei, need to protect Asia Argento for the rest of my life. Obviously, I will also protect Butchu, but protecting Asia may be similar yet a bit different. Yeah, I need to think about it carefully again. Protecting Butchu. I like Butchu as a girl, but I want to protect her since I also look up to her. It's similar to how a samurai serves his master. You can say that it's a similar feeling of a subordinate of a person who is aiming to reach the top. Protecting Asia. I like Asia as a girl. However, I think it's more like how a brother wants to protect his adorable little sister. That's why I'm chasing away guys very strictly that are trying to get close to Asia. Well, since I don't have a sister, I don't know if it's similar or not. Except, I also want Asia to get stronger as well. So I can have a lifestyle where I can always laugh with her. I understand. I would definitely not do anything that would trouble you, Ai-san. That's why, please teach me more. Yeah, I know. But I think it's better to be taught by a girl rather than a person of the opposite sex like me. I will also talk to Butchu and Akeno-san, so just get used to the current lifestyle bit by bit. Yes. Phew. I sigh. Looks like it will work. Anyway, I will talk to the girls from Occult Research Club once I get to school. Obviously, I will tell them while hiding the fact about the bathroom incident. Then Asia asks me a question. Mai-san, there's one question I want to ask you. Asia got shy and her face got red. What is it? So abruptly. If the bath incident happened with Butchu-san instead of me, would you have had a bath with her? What? I got speechless at a question I didn't expect to hear. I never expected Asia to ask me a question like this. But Asia has a serious face even though her face is red. Why did she ask me a question like that? I don't get it. Why did Butchu come into the topic? However, even if Butchu was at that scene and she said the same thing Asia did. Ice, come over here. I will wash your back. Yufufu, are you feeling nervous? It's alright, you are my cute servant so you can leave everything to me. Butchu's slim white fingers touches my back. I started getting excited. Here, turn around. Ara. Yufufu. Even though you are feeling nervous, this thing down here is being so honest. It's just like you, Ice. Butchu's hand reaches between my legs and then Sigh, from now I need to take a chill pill. I look at Asia and her eyes are teary. So that's it, isn't it? Then it's okay if it's Butchu-san. Sob, it's okay. I know. I knew about it. I already knew about it. But still, sob. I start to panic after seeing her and where to give her a hug to calm her down, which helped. Geez, what are you two doing early in the morning? A familiar voice. When I turn around, Butchu is sighing while wavering her crimson hair. Butchu. The lovers quarrel in the morning. You two are so close like always. Wait, hurry, let's go. Get ready for lodging. Go? Where? Wait, lodging. Butchu answers me with a smile. We will go to the mountain to train. Hee. I'm inhaling a lot of air while carrying a crazy number of bags. Right now, I'm in the mountains. We were brought here by Butchu after she said we were going to train. Butchu, who suddenly came to my house this morning, made me and Asia pack our stuff. The other members were already gathered and we came here by teleporting from the magic circle. The weather is so good that the sky is clear. The surrounding is filled with trees and you can hear the cries of the birds. In terms of viewing the mountain, it's incredible. But the problem is the slope. Every step I take I feel like I'm getting pulled back. Hurry, Ice. Quick. Butchu, who is way ahead of me, urges me. Beside Butchu is Asia. She is looking at me with a worried expression. I will help as well. It's okay, since Ice won't be able to get stronger if he can't do this much. I can hear the two talking. Thank you, Asia. And Butchu, you are cruel like always. More importantly, carrying this much luggage is impossible. Butchu, they are too heavy. I have a huge piece of luggage on my back. I also have other bags on my shoulders. They are my bags and Butchu's bags. I also have Akeno-san's bag as well. Apparently this is also part of the training. I think I'm going to die before I reach the destination. What's inside this luggage? Butchu, I gathered some herbs. Let's use it for the meal tonight. Tiba says that while walking past me with a cool expression. He's also carrying a huge piece of luggage on his back. I lost my words when I saw him walk up the mountains without any difficulty. He has quite the amount of stamina since he also went to gather some herbs during our way here. See you later. Then Kaneko-chan, who is carrying more luggage than me, walks past me. Wow, I guess I should pick up the pace. Full cowling 5%. I then went up the mountain at full throttle using OFA. After that we reached the mansion. This mansion made from wood belongs to the House of Gremory. Usually it is hidden by blending in with the scenery from humans by using demonic powers, but it has appeared since we will be using it. I can smell the scent of wood after getting inside. I went to the living room to put the bags away and slept on the floor after drinking a glass of water. The girls went upstairs to get changed into a clothing where they can move easier. I will also go and get changed. Tiba went to a room located on the first floor carrying a blue jersey. Don't peek. Tiba says something messed up jokingly. I just chuckled a bit at that, but still, if girls from our school saw us, then they will cause an uproar again. It's already bad since the BL pairing of me x Kiba and Kiba x me are getting popular lately. It got popular because it was the Beauty and the Beast pairing. I don't understand what's going on in their heads. I got changed at the empty room after I rested for a bit and my stamina restored a bit as well. Even the empty room comes with bed and equipment necessary for everyday use. But it doesn't come with a television. By the time I finished getting changed, everyone has already gathered in the living room. Butchu, who is wearing a red jersey, smiles and says it after she sees me. Now then, let's start our training outside right away. Lesson 1. Sword training with Kiba. Yo, ha. Orya. I was sword training with Kiba, and the two of us were picking up the speed with me using OFA at 30%. Won't go too far and use 50%, which is my limit now, so using only my legs and arms to get better at Kiba's speed, and the two of us have been doing this a few hours. I swung down the Bakudo at him. Kiba evades my attack smoothly, but when he went to strike me above my second quirk, danger sense activated to let me know what's going on and used my Bakudo to block the strike. Bash. Both our Bakudos clash at each other again. You're doing pretty good for a novice issei. You're able to widen your line of vision, so you can see both the opponent and the surroundings. Did you do any swordplay before? Now that you mention, I have done kendo when I was younger, but I stopped for a while. I was pretty good at it. I guess my body is getting used to using swords, but I know he's holding back since he's a knight. Kiba's techniques are overwhelming. He can beat me with minimal movements. He has practiced for a longer time, has more battle experience, and more than that, his talent at using a sword is much better than me. We are not done yet. Here I come. I know for a fact he's amazing with his sword technique. I'm glad I can at least call him my friend. Lesson 2. Demonic power training with Akeno-san. That's not it. You gather the demonic power by drifting the aura that covers your whole body. You have to concentrate and feel the wave of demonic power. I can't even gather demonic power into my hand at all, even if Akeno-san, who is wearing a black jersey, is the one teaching thoroughly. What exactly am I doing wrong? I need to concentrate. Maybe is it similar to OFA? Before I always used only a panto F my body to utilize it. I did it. Asia, who is wearing a white jersey, has gathered a mass of demonic power in her hands. A light green colored demonic power. So Asia's demonic power is green. It's beautiful. Ara. So Asia-chan has talent in using demonic powers after all. Asia's cheeks got red after Akeno-san give her complimented to her. I concentrated again to find my flow. Like the water, concentration is key. Then felt it. A sphere the size of a tennis ball apart into my hand, and I smiled at my achievement. Both Asia and Akeno congratulated me, while Akeno-san looked at me with her eyes. It's like she's trying to undo my clothes with her stare. Now let's change those demonic power into fire, water and lightning. You can make this by imagining it, however, it will be easier for beginners to actually move fire and water using their demonic power. Akeno-san sends her demonic power into the water inside the water bottle. Spike. The water that received the demonic power formed into the shape of a spike and ripped the water bottle from the inside. Wow, that's amazing. Asia-chan, I want you to copy what I just did next. Ice-kun, I see you were able to summon out demonic powers, but I want you to continue on to concentrating on them. You can do that for me. The key is imagination. Imagining, huh? To materialize what you imagine in your head. It may be easier to materialize what you are good at and what you always imagine more quickly. I see, something I'm good at and something I always think about, huh? Ah, then does that mean that wild idea of mine is also possible? Akeno-san, do you have a minute? If I can make something I always think about into reality. After Akeno-san goes blank, she smiles at me while saying, Yufufu, that sure is something you would come up with, Ice-kun. Akeno-san went back to the mansion. She brings something and puts it in front of me. She brought loads of onions, carrots, and potatoes. They are the ingredients for curry. Now then, Ice-kun. During our stay here, I want you to strip all of these off with your demonic power. Looks like it will be a bumpy road ahead. Lesson 3. Sparring with Kaneko-chan. Nugagaya. Bang. Ufu, today I got pushed into a tree, but I still got up and uses full cowling to zipped into the trees. I got blown away by Kaneko-chan's punch once again. I'm frustrated. Weak. The lowly girl who is wearing a yellow jersey gives her harsh words to me. Kaneko-chan is a devil girl who is good at doing throwing moves, pinning moves, and other kind of martial arts. She's insanely strong with a mix of Iruka's traits of super strength and super high defense. She's also keen because she has a small body, so if I look away she will immediately be right in front of me and give a blow to my body. She's holding back quite a lot, but it still hurts if I'm hit by her. You have to aim at the center of the body when you give a blow where you hit with accuracy and also by thrusting your blow deep into the opponent's body. Kaneko-chan starts to whirl her arm around and pointed her fist at me. Now then, we'll have another round. I got up again and started at her. Izuku, alright, let's get serious. I didn't know that Kaneko was smiling at that time, but I guess it didn't matter to her if I saw it. Lesson 4. With Butchu. Hey, ice, keep on going. Osu. I'm currently climbing up a very steep mountain with a big rock tied to my back. On top of that, Butchu is sitting on top of the rock. I'm repeating a procedure where I climb down the mountain path and then up the mountain path. The mountain path with no walking path. By the time my legs got numb after I did dozens of laps, Butchu finally forgives me by saying, okay, we are done with this. Next is muscle training. We will go with push-ups. Why yes. I asked for this so I can push forward so I have way more training than the other club members. Also for a pawn who has to run around the battlefield the most, increasing your strength and stamina is an absolute requirement. Butchu mercilessly puts a rock on my back when I'm in the posture for doing a push-up. Demonic power truly is useful because you can lift a rock up in the air with ease. I wasn't able to use full cowling, since it'll just be in the way for the even more physical activities I can't use it 24/7, otherwise there will be repercussions to my body. Sit. Done. Then Butchu sits on top of the rock. A slight force impacts my body. Now then, the 300 reps of push-ups. Let's start. Osu, we are having our dinner after finishing a day of training. We have an extravagance of food on the table. The herbs that Kiba collected earlier was used for spices. The meat dish. Apparently it's the boar Butchu hunted. It's my first time eating boar meat, however it tastes good because it doesn't have any strange tastes to it. The fish dish. It seems like Butchu was also the one that caught these fish. The simply cooked fish with salt sprinkled on them taste good as well. There were also different types of food on the table. We still have more food left, so eat as much as you want. The one who refills my rice is Akeno-san. Rather, these foods are handmade by Akeno-san. It's good, it's really good. Everyone's digging into the food. We are all seriously tired from the training after all, and that's why I can fill my stomach with lots of food. Most of the things inside the luggage were equipment used for cooking. It was worth carrying all that luggage desperately from that hard mountain path if I got to eat delicious food like this. Akeno-san, you are the best, you'd make one heck of a wife. Ifufu, you are embarrassing me. Akeno-san smiles while she puts her hand on her cheek. I also made the soup. The one who is looking sad beside me is Asia. She looks like she's sulking. The onion soup that is on the table. Apparently Asia was the one who made it. She probably feels down because I only praised Akeno-san's food. I get the bowl and drink the soup with one sip. Yup, it's good. It's good, Asia, it's the best, give me another one. It is, I'm so glad then I can become Ai-sans. I couldn't hear the last part. What was that? And no, it's nothing. Asia waves her hand while her face becomes red. What was she trying to say? I looked at her for a bit, eating to know what she said. Now, Ice. From today's training, what have you found out? Butchu asks me after drinking green tea with me retreating from my staring. I put my chopsticks down and give her my honest answer. I am the weakest among us since I'm still new at being a devil. Yes. That's for sure. Akeno, Yudo, and Kaneko have lots of battle experience, even though they have not participated in the game, so they can fight if they get used to it. But you and Asia basically don't have any experience yet. Even so, Asia's healing ability and your boosted gear is something that can't be ignored. Even the enemy knows that. I want you to have at least the power to run away from the enemy. Run? Is it that hard? Butchu nods at my question. Running away is also a part of the strategy. Retreating to form a new formation is also a professional way of battling. There are ways to win a match like that. However, running away with your back facing an enemy is something quite hard. If it's an enemy with roughly the same strength as you, it is easy, but showing your back to an enemy who is far superior to you is basically asking them to kill you. So being able to run away from such enemy will also be a part of your strength. So I have to teach you in Asia the time you have to run away. Of course, I will also teach you how to fight the enemy head-on. Roger that. Yes. Asia and I reply to Butchu at the same time. It's unavoidable that Asia got involved in this fight since she became a member of the Gremory group. I also need to have the power to protect Asia as well. In the worst case, I will have to become Asia's shield. That is the resolution I need to have. Let's take a bath after the meal. It's an outdoor bath, so it's wonderful. Outdoor bath, the open air bath. Izuku, a bath does feel nice to ease the sore muscles. I'm not going to peek, Ice-kun. Kiba says that beforehand with a smile. I looked at him for that. Izuku, I don't think I'm up for that either. Oh, ice. Do you want to peek at us while we are taking a bath? Everyone looks at me after Butchu's question. I didn't say anything, but Butchu chuckles. Then how about you bathe with us? I don't mind. What? I can feel electricity running through my body when she said that, but I calmed down about to say no, but then, how about you, Akeno? I don't mind if it's ice-kun. Yufufu. I might want to wash a gentleman's back. Akeno-san gives her approval with a smile. No way. Absurd. It's okay, then it's really okay. How unguarded can the girls from this club get? How about you, Asia? You should be alright if it's your beloved ice, right? Asia got red and became quiet after Butchu's question, but she eventually makes a small nod with her head. I'm trying to keep calm as much as I want to, but I'm okay cause there's one last person who needs to agree to this. Lastly, Kaneko. How about it? She didn't say anything, meaning it's a no. Okay, I don't mind. I stopped my train of thought and looked at Kaneko. The girl who hates perverts just agreed for me to be on the open bath with them. Oh my, then it's settled. Too bad. Ice, you're coming with us. Butchu chuckles with a naughty expression. What? Good luck, Ice-kun. I was being pulled by Kaneko Towers at the baths and shouting Akiba to help me. Damn it, I know for a fact Issei would want this, but I don't know what the hell is going on with my mind. My shout of anger echoes throughout the mansion. Training day 2. When I woke up in the morning, what awaited me was the intense pain of muscle aches. That's because I also trained at night. There's a training planned for tonight as well. We are the residents of night after all. Butchu said. The training was much harder than the training I do every morning. It has a few times more training than the one I did in the morning. Even if a devil is much stronger at night, I would still die if I trained both during the day and the night. Then in the morning for day 2, it was study time. We gathered at the living room and they apparently decided to teach me and Asia about devil's knowledge. Therefore they were teaching me some weird names that were hard to remember. Because I was taught things that I don't even understand, my brain was about to get fried. When they pumped quite a decent amount of information, Kiba asks me a question. Our greatest enemy. The angels led by God. What is the name given to the highest rank angels? Also the ones among them? It's Seraphim, right. The members are Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, correct. Next is our Mau-sama. What are the names of the Yondai Mau-sama? Lucifer-sama, Beelzebub-sama, and Asmodeus-sama, and lastly the female Mau-sama, Leviathan-sama, correct. I heard from Butchu that the person standing at the top of the female devils is the Mau Leviathan-sama. I also heard that she is a very beautiful Mau-sama. I was also told that I could meet her if I'm lucky, but I won't get my hopes up. I still need to see if the student council president enjoys chess. I hope to play with her sometime. Then next, I will ask you to say the names of the leaders of the fallen angels that you hate the most, Ice-kun. I don't exactly hate them, just some of them who doesn't have a good side in their hearts. The fallen angels have more leaders than the other factions. And their names are complicated. But I remember the names of the top 2. The main group of the fallen angel is called Grigori. The name of the governor is Azazel, and the name of the vice-governor is Shimhaza. I know completely up to here. And the name of the leaders are Armrose, Barakiel, Benemu, Kakabiel and Sheriel. I think you're right on those, and it's good that you remember. This is also the basics. It's the same as remembering the names of the Prime Minister and the Vice Prime Minister of Japan, as well as the leaders of the surrounding countries. Also they watch over the children of God, in other words, the sacred gear possessors 24/7. That's also the reason why I was attacked and why Asia was killed once. Damn it, trainer, when can I see you again? The fallen angels made a group to research the sacred gears. They invite beneficial sacred gear possessors to their group or take their sacred gears for themselves. If they aren't beneficial, then they kill them on the spot. Seriously, geez, but she didn't want to do it. They even kill those possessors that do not know about their own sacred gear. They seem to be the greatest enemy of the devils, so I won't hold back on them. I won't hold back on those guys who did such a terrible thing to Asia. Like this, I was taught about the angels and the fallen angels. It's becoming quite useful to know. I need to remember especially about the relation between the devils and other factions since they are important. Then next, Asia starts her lesson. Cough. Then now, I, Asia Argento, will explain about the basics of the exorcists. Oh. Clap clap. I give a clap to Asia, who is about to speak in front of everyone. Ah, she turns red. Thank you very much for such a cute response. From the place I used to belong to, there were 2 types of exorcists. 2 types? Asia nods at my question. The first type are the ones that appears in films and novels. The father reads a section of the book, then he uses the holy water to get rid of the devil from the person's body. They are the exorcists on the surface. So the exorcists on the behind are the ones that are a threat to us. Butchu continues from where Asia left off. Ice, you have also met him before, but the greatest threat to devils are exorcists who receive the divine protection from a god or the fallen angels. We have been fighting against them for a very long time behind the scenes. They come to destroy us with the power of light received from the angels and with their physical bodies that they train to the uttermost limits. Then I remembered the crazy priest boy from before. He was a crazy exorcist with white hair. He not only kills devils, but also those who have connections to a devil. To tell the truth, he's the type of person I don't want to meet ever again. While I was thinking about it, Asia takes out loads of stuff from her bag. Butchu picks up a small bottle with water inside it with her fingers and is holding it as if she is touching something disgusting. Now I will talk about the traits of holy water and the Bible. First of all, the holy water. It will be very terrible if a devil touches it. That's true, so you can't touch it as well, Asia. Your skin will get harmed. Sob, that's right, I can't touch the holy water anymore. Asia gets shocked after hearing Butchu's comment. Well, she is a devil after all. I will tell you how to make one afterwards. I don't know if it will be useful, but there are a couple of ways to make them. Maybe this is her strong field, so Asia continues to talk energetically. Yo, devil priestess, she'll probably cry if I say such a thing. I need to control myself. Next is the Bible. I have been reading it every day since I was a child. But I'm in trouble now because it gives me a pain in the head, even if I only read a sentence of it. You're a devil. You're a devil after all. A devil. If you foo, devils receive intense damage. Sob, I can't read the Bible anymore. Asia starts to have teary eyes after everyone points it out to her. I heard from Butchu before. We devils suffer greatly if someone reads out the Bible to us. I haven't experienced it yet, but I may suffer because of boredom if someone read it out to me. Wait, so that means Asia has been reading the Bible. If she continues she might die one day. However, this is my favorite phrase, oh God. Please forgive a sinful person like myself who can't read the Bible. Oh, she received damage again by praying to God. Please God, just ignore this child's prayer. Like this, after we finished our morning study session we went on to our evening training. At night at the mansion. I'm looking at the ceiling while lying down on my bed. A week has passed since we came to the mountains. It's been training from morning to night. We also repeated many offense and defense formations, as well as combinations that we may use for the upcoming game. I look towards Kiba who is sleeping on the bed besides mine. He's sleeping peacefully. Kiba is amazing. I realize the difference between us the more we train together. I'll probably beat Kiba in a sword fight, but that might take a long time. Kendo, how you my friend need to get back your mojo when we get back to school. The skills he attained with his own talent and loads of training. And demonic power training. Asia keeps on improving hers besides me. She starts to master using fire, water and lightning, despite it being small. But I on other hand can only make a mass of demonic power that is the size of a tennis ball. I need able to try and conjure elements in my arsenal as well that can help me to use different techniques with a boosted gear. Along with Ofa I already got Black Whip and Danger Sense with me, but the others I might take some time. Ah, damn it, I can't resist it any longer, so I got up from the bed slowly and headed towards the kitchen. When I was drinking a cup of water. Ara. You're awake. Butchu's voice came from the living room. When I looked, there was Butchu who was sitting by the table. Ah, Butchu. Hello. Why are you so stiff? Good timing, let's talk for a bit. The tea light makes a faint glow on top of the table. Devils can see at night, even if there are no lights. Thanks to that, we were able to train even at night. Then this candle is used probably for looks then. I then sit opposite of Butchu where we have the table between us. Butchu is wearing a red negligee while wearing glasses and tying her crimson hair into a ponytail. Huh? Butchu, do you have bad eyesight? Oh, this. It's just for looks. I can think more clearly while having my glasses on. Phew, this is the proof that I have been in the humans world for so long. Butchu chuckles. Even Butchu with glasses looked beautiful. On the table there are loads of papers that looks like a map and battle formation. Was she making a plan by herself at night? Butchu closes the notebook with different strategies written on it. To be honest, the only thing I will get by reading this is to have a peace of mind. Butchu says it while making a sigh. Why is that? If the opponent is another high-class devil, then we could fight by reading this. This book is written with lots of research. But that isn't the problem. Then what's wrong? Razor himself. No, the biggest problem is that our opponent is the Phoenix. Butchu takes out a book after answering me and puts it on the table. She then points out at the open page. There is a picture of a firebird with its wings spread wide open heroically. A long time ago the mystical beast, Phoenix, was looked upon by humans as a bird that governs life. It was so looked upon that it left its legend in many countries in the human world where it's told that the tears of the phoenix can heal any wounds and the blood that flows within its body can give eternal youth to those that drink it. But there was also another clan that is different from the mystical beast Phoenix. They are the devils that had the rank of Marquis and were counted as one of the 72 pillars. The Phoenix from the devil's side. The humans named the devil's Phoenix as Phoenix to distinguish it from the mystical beast Phoenix, however the mystical beast Phoenix has the same ability as Razor's clan. In other words, immortality. That's the opponent we must fight against. So being immortal is basically being invincible. Yes. They are basically invincible. Even if you attack them, their wounds will heal right away. Their flames won't even leave a bone left. 8 wins and 2 losses. This is the record that Razor has at the official rating game. He fought 10 times and won 8 matches. He lost 2 of the matches on purpose as kindness to one of the households he is close to. In reality, he won all of his matches. He already became a candidate to obtain a title in the official game. I now understand what Butchu meant by problem. It's Razor. She is thinking of a way to beat that bastard. I felt something uneasy when I heard that Razor was chosen as my fiancé. Yes, I think Otu-sama and the others chose him in case something like this was to happen. They chose Razor, so I will have no choice but to marry him. Even if it becomes a match between households, they knew that there was no way for me to win. In chess you would say they tricked me. A swindle. No matter how strong Butchu is, her parents knew that there was no way that Butchu could beat someone immortal. That's unfair. Then no matter whose daughter it is, they can't avoid getting married. When the rating game became popular, the ones who climbed up the most is the House of the Phoenix. There weren't that many battles among devils until the game was introduced. In a game where the king also participates, the strength of Phoenix became clear. The House of Phoenix is the leading group among the strongest class. Immortal. Devils realized how terrifying this power was for the first time. If they are immortal, then they can resurrect no matter how many times they are defeated. The other devils have limits to their powers unlike the Phoenix, so they would get defeated once they get exhausted. Even if we defeat Razor's servants, the Beauty's army, it doesn't mean anything if we don't defeat Razor. No, the question is, can we even defeat him? It won't be a fight where they plan to cheat to beat us, would it? Butchu chuckles after looking at my serious face. You know, it's not like we can't defeat Razor. Are you serious? Yes. There are 2 ways you can defeat him. One is to beat him down with incredible power, and the other one is to keep on taking him down until his mind crushes. The first method requires the strength of a god class. The second one is to save our stamina until Razor gets his mind crushed. Even if his body is immortal where he can resurrect his body many times, his mind isn't immortal. His mind will definitely tire down every time we defeat him. It's our win if we completely crush down the Phoenix's mind. Then he will stop resurrecting and he will fall. Well, the easiest way is to defeat him with a power that is on par with God, that crushes him down with one strike, which takes down both his body and mind. Both methods need a lot of effort to pull it off. Is it even possible to do something like that in our first battle? No, we have to do it. In other words, we have to fight until he says, I resurrected so much that I lost the will to fight, so please forgive me. Oh yeah, I will ask her the question that has been bothering me this whole time. Butchu? What is it? Why do you hate Razor? No, more like, why are you against this marriage? Butchu sighs at my question. Certainly Razor seems like scum and is quite the womanizer, but I think she can't reject this arrangement if you think about Butchu's house problem. I'm a Gremory. Huh? Well, you certainly are. No. I didn't reintroduce myself. I'm a devil from the House of Gremory, and that name will follow me to wherever I go. Do you hate it? I feel proud of it. However, this is also something that is a burden to me. Everyone looks at me as Rias from the Gremory. I can't have them look at me simply as Rias. That's why I'm enjoying my life in the human world. They don't know about the Gremory, the devil. Everyone looks at me as who I am. I really like that feeling. I never felt something like this in the Devil Society, and I never will now on as well. The only time I can enjoy my life as myself is when I'm in the human world. Butchu has a distant look. She also has very sad eyes. She told me a story of the world that I can never imagine. I'm issei, and I never felt anything to my name. I am myself. I'm just the son of my mum and my dad. Right now, wherever I go, people looks at me as issei as an individual. Butchu has been spending her life while carrying the name of Gremory on her back. That will be the same from now on. I want to be with someone who will love me as Rias without the fact that I'm a Gremory. That's my small dream I have. Unfortunately, Razor only looks at me as Rias from the Gremory. And he loves me as Rias from the Gremory. That's why I hate it. But still, the pride of being a Gremory is very important. My feelings may be complicated, but I want to cherish this small dream I have. So Butchu wants to be loved as Rias and not as Rias Gremory from the opposite hex. That's what you call a maiden's feelings, huh? But there's no doubt that Butchu is feeling complicated because of her house's problems. I don't understand both the feelings of a girl and the structure of the Devil Society, so I don't know what to say to her. I walked close to her. I like you as race. I just said what I thought. But she stares at me in wonder when I called her by her name. I don't know anything about Gremory or about the Devil's World, but to me Rias Butchu is Rias Butchu NGGH. I don't understand all the complicated stuff, but to me the usual Rias is the best. I said everything I can think of with a smile. Haha, I can't even say things that sound romantic. When I saw her face she was blushing, making me smile. Hehehe, did I say something weird? I ask her with my voice hog hints of laughter, but she shakes her head where she says, it's nothing, while panicking. I just smiled at her, but having an opponent like that for the genius Butchu's first match, it certainly will be a hard obstacle, right? I don't actually like the word genius. Butchu answers me still with a red face. Why is that? The talent that is given by heaven, it feels like it's a gift given by God, so I don't feel good. My talent is born from the roots of the house of Gremory that has been passed down to the generations. I inherited that trait as a devil. I never thought that I received it as a gift from God, and that's impossible. My power belongs to me and the house of Gremory. That's why I won't lose. I will win if I have to fight. I have to win. Butchu says it to me as if she was saying it to herself. Man and Hero thought I'm doing my very best, I guess I've been useless since I got here. Butchu makes a dubious expression while looking at me, said that in a weak voice. I think I've gotten stronger since I came here and trained with everyone, but more than that I felt the difference between us. If I do sword training, I realized how amazing Kiba is and realized that I won't be able to become a swordsman like Kiba soon. When I do the training for using demonic power, I realize how superior Akeno-san is, while Asia is improving her demonic powers. I want to improve as well. I'm fine, as long as I have my boosted gear. I acted tough by thinking like that. I have so many tears flowing out from my eyes without realizing it. I'm frustrated, just frustrated. The more I train, the more I realize how weak I am even with Ofa. I've been the shared little kid before I gained this quirk, damn it. Now I'm living a life where I'm supposed to be dead. Why am I here instead of Issei? I have come to realize it. I found out that I was the weakest. I also found out that I'm the most useless. I realized it means nothing if I'm the one with the ultimate sacred gear. That's why I was laughed at by Razor back then, right? Pearl before swine, certainly a fitting phrase for me. These were how he actually felt. Issei gelt this way, and now with his memories I'm feeling like I don't even deserve to be here either, damn it. I start to shed lots of tears in front of Rias. I'm having so much tears from my eyes due to this frustration that it makes me look pathetic. Butchu stands up and sits next to me. Hug. Butchu hugs me gently. She starts to pat my head many times. You want confidence, right? Okay, I will give you confidence. But now, you have to rest your body and mind. I will be with you until you feel like sleeping. That time I didn't know what she meant. Except, Butchu's warmth is healing my soul. That is enough for now. I looked into her eyes where the moonlight shone. Izuku Ria's eye. She looked at me and blushed while wiping away my tears, and the next thing that happened was the two of us kissing on the lips, enjoying the warmth. Chapter 27. Izuku's POV. Use your boosted gear, ice. Next day. Butchu says that to me before the start of the training. She is allowing me to use my sacred gear that I was forbidden to use since I got into the mountains, but at least she didn't stop me from using Ofa, so now she is allowing me to use it now. But what does she want me to do with my sacred gear? I'm curious. It should be okay to have Udo as the opponent. Yes. Kiba comes forward after Butchu urges him. He stands in front of me. So I'm going to fight Kiba, huh? I smiled at that. This is going to be fun. Ice, activate your sacred gear before the mock battle. Let's see, we will start the battle 2 minutes after you activate your sacred gear. Yes, I make my boosted gear appear on my left arm just like Butchu orders me to. Boost. The sacred gear makes a sound at my words, and I can feel the power coming into my body. With this my power has doubled. 10 seconds later. Boost. My power doubles again. The power I can feel from my sacred gear runs through my body. It's alright that my power is getting doubled, but there are things that I need to keep in mind when I use my boosted gear. You may think there are no limits to my powers increasing, but the truth is that isn't the case. Once I activated my boosted gear to see how far I can increase my power, but after a few minutes I fainted. The reason is simple. My body can't handle the power as it increases more. When I asked Butchu afterwards, for example, think that you are a truck. What will happen if you carry more package than the truck can carry? It won't move, right? That's how it is. That's how she explained to me. The package equals my powers that are doubling. If the quantity of package keeps on doubling, then the truck will decrease in speed and by the end it won't move. So in other words, if the power gets too big, then it puts stress on my body. That's why I fainted. My body, which is a vessel, won't be able to withstand the increased power. Holy Satan, this like oh, I'm so gonna enjoy this. That's what happened when I activated it for a few minutes. The jewel in the gauntlet made a sound which said burst, then my body got heavier and it felt like all my senses froze. Even if there are no limits to the sacred gear, the user, which is me in this case, does have limits. That's my sacred gear's weakness. I got my 12th power up after Butchu ordered me to power up. Then Butchu orders me to stop my sacred gear's power up. I grinned. I know you can hear me, dragon, let's go. Let's do this. Boosted gear. Explosion. This sound also represents the stop of the power up and acts as a stopper. Once the power-up stops, I can fight with that increased power for a certain time. The length of time I can use it depends on my action during the power-up. The more I move and the more I attack, it minimizes the time. This also affects my stamina, and if I'm in a tired state, then the time will also be shorter. One of the ways to use this sacred gear is that I don't receive any damage. Yeah, that's why my current state where I have no damage and have full stamina is the best time to use the ability of my boosted gear. My powers in teasing, and not only that I'm seeing a vision, the stars of Opha circling a flame of green, it's calling to me this warmth. Suddenly I let out a roar which caused Opha to spark to life, and not only that my boosted gear made another sound, full cowling 20%, but that I felt a slight change to my body, my senses got even stronger, and I felt even more power than before. Alright, I see a difference this time now, Ice. I want you to fight Yudo in that state. Yudo, I will ask you to be his opponent. She said this while trying not to look at me after we kissed. She stopped me from Gaiji all the way, saying that she wasn't ready really. Saying that, well, you tried to get in my pants that night, but I can't blame her, but seriously WTF. Yes, Butchu. Kiba makes his stance by pointing his Bakudo toward me after Butchu ordered him. Ice, do you want to use a sword? Or do you want to fight with bare hands? Butchu asks me how I will be fighting. Even if I have a Bakudo, I won't be able to use it. No wait, maybe some other time. I will fight barehanded. Very well. Now then, I'll ask the both of you to start. I also make a stance against Kiba. Well, it's a newbie stance. Swish. Kiba suddenly disappears from my sight. The trait of night is speed. Kiba has god speed. Once I lose sight of him, bang. Kiba's swing came down at me, but I guarded by using my arm and giving him a grin. Kiba makes a shocked expression. He let his guard down. I punched towards Kiba, who stopped moving. Swift. Kiba's body disappears just before I hit him, and my punches cut through the air, causing a sting wind to form. Where's Kiba? I calm down and let my senses help me sing my nose, and sniffing the air. He may be fast, but he can hide his scent from Izuku. Got ya. Above me when I look up, Kiba is coming down with his Bakudo aimed downwards. Bang. I dodged his attack and went to give him a punch to the gut, but he blocked it with his Bakudo. However, he did get pushed back a long way. But I wasn't done. I sped toward him and went to deliver him a kick. Swish. But he dodged again. It won't hit at all if my opponent is a knight. Oh boy, this is gonna be good. Ice, shoot with block of demonic power. When you form a block of demonic power, shoot it with a shape you imagine the most. Butchu gives me an order when she said that I had a similar thought. I gathered the demonic power flowing within my body and concentrated it into my palm, along with Opha. There it is, the demonic power in my palm, but this was different. It glowed with a hint of green, but I didn't care. Izuku demonic, dragon shot. I then shoot it towards Kiba. That instant, I wasn't able to believe what I saw. Woo! A huge block of magic got closer to Kiba. The velocity was quite fast as well. Swish. Kiba dodges it easily. Well, that's not surprising. Oh, but it won't mean anything if it doesn't hit. That's what I thought, but soon I got rid of that thought. The demonic power ball that missed its target went towards the mountain next to the one we are on, and the mountain blows up while making a huge sound and blast. A single shot of demonic power I shot out blew away a single mountain. The mountain has a huge hole in it. It changes the view of it. Wow, that was something. Adding that to Opha, geez. Because of the sudden turn of events, I didn't know what to say. Reset. Full cowling 0%. The gauntlet made a sound, and I can also feel the power leaving my body at the same time, along with Opha turning off. Looks like the time I'm powered up for is finished. Then I lost all of my strength at once, and feeling the backlash again. Damn it, not again. If you're being a bitch, Opha CSN, you at least stop going me pain every time as you damn it, quit studying quiet. I know you all can't hear me. I just sighed while laying on the ground. I'll have both of you stop it there. Butchu ends me and Kiba's spar. Kiba also put his Bakudo down. Good job, you two. Now I will hear your impression. Yudo, how was it? Kiba answers Butchu's question. Yes. To tell the truth, I'm astonished. I tried to finish the spar with the first strike, but I couldn't break through Ice-kun's guard. I was focused into breaking through it. I also tried to knock him down in my second strike by hitting his head from above the air, but that failed as well. Kiba answers it while laughing out hahaha with a refreshing expression. Kiba put his Bakudo to the front to show it to everyone. That Bakudo is already broken. I strengthened the Bakudo with demonic power, but it couldn't give that much damage to Ice-kun because his body was too hard. If we continued, I would only have the option to run around because I wouldn't have my weapon. Thank you, Yudo. That's how it is, Ice. Ice. You said to me that you were the weakest and have no talent, right? Yes, that's half correct. You, who hasn't activated your sacred gear, is weak. However, you become a totally different person if you use the power of the boosted gear. Butchu points at the mountain that was blown away. That attack is one of a high-class devil. If that hits, most people will be blown away. Their body, which went through basic training, became a vessel that can handle a sacred gear that increases the power drastically. Even now, your body is strong enough to handle the power increase. I told you before, right? You can become the strongest as long as you improve your basics. The higher your initial strength is, the more the power can increase. The basic stamina rises from 1 to 2. Even something like that would become a big factor for you to become strong. You're the key to the game. Ice's attack becomes the factor that decides the outcome of the battle. If it was only you fighting, then it would be scary because you would have your guard down while powering up. However, this battle is a team battle. You will have your comrades that will support you. Trust in us. Then, you will become strong as well as us. We can win this. Let's show it to those that look down on you. It doesn't matter if the opponent is Phoenix or not. We need to teach them very strictly in how strong Ria's Gremory and her servants are. Yes, everyone replies to her with a strong voice. That's right, I have Butchu and everyone with me. I will become strong, I will become stronger along with everyone. I will defeat Razor Phoenix. After having newfound determination, the mountain training went through smoothly. Then we reached the day for the decisive battle. The battle that caused me to feel a strong emotion of a painful dragon ready to set its wings to fly and showing its anger to its enemies. Chapter 28. Izuku's POV. On the day of the decisive battle. I'm ready. I'm getting fired up in my room. Right now, it's 10 o'clock at night. The decisive battle will start in 2 hours, exactly from 12 AM. The day our job as a devil is off. We went home straight after school. That's because we may end up wasting our stamina, but it didn't matter to me clenching my fist that it caused my quirk to come to life. We plan to meet up at the club room 30 minutes prior to the match, so I can only stay here for about 90 minutes. But still, I feel the most relaxed here in my own room. So I want to stay here as long as I can. I'm wearing my uniform. I thought this will be the most fitting clothing for this. Rather, should I prepare clothing for battle purpose? When I asked that to Butchu, if my group has a uniform, then it has to be the uniform of Highschool Academy. We are the members of the Occult Research Club after all. Butchu replied like that to me with a smile. That's why my battle uniform will be my school uniform. Taking deep breaths and feeling the sparks of Ofa and visualizing a large fire with the sparks of Ofa besides my own hovering over the fire. What is this? Knock knock. Someone knocks on the door. Huh. Is it Asia? Ai-san, may I come in? Yeah, sure. I get a bit shocked when I witness the clothing that Asia is wearing. That's because she is wearing a nun outfit. Obviously she doesn't have her rosario hanging around her neck. She also doesn't have her veil on her head. Asia, that outfit? Why yes. When I asked Butchu-san, she told me, wear something that you feel the most comfortable in. I thought about it a lot and I found out that this outfit is the easiest for me to move around in. I'm not a Christian anymore, but I haven't forgotten my beliefs. Even though I'm a devil now. Is that so? This girl must have thought deeply about it. But if that's what Asia chose, then I don't have any complaints. Butchu will also allow it with a smile. Yeah. You look the most natural in a nun's outfit. You also look good in our school uniform, but you were dressed in that outfit when I first met you. Yeah, you look great. Thank you very much. Asia makes a very happy face when I praise her. Ai-san. What's up? Can I sit beside you? Yeah. Sure. Asia approaches me who am sitting on my bed and then she sits beside me. She then hugs onto my arm tightly. Is something going on? What's wrong, Asia? I can felt her shaking through my arm. I can't stop shaking when I think that there is a scary battle waiting for us. But if Ai-san is with me, I will be okay. Asia. I'm not scared if I'm with Ai-san after all. Can I stay like this until we leave? Sure. Can I stay with you forever from now on? Yeah, we will always be together. I hold on to Asia's hand gently with her looking at me with me placing my forehead close to hers while we stare into each other's eyes, and with that we stayed like this till we left the house. After that, I didn't feel nervous anymore and Asia's shaking has also stopped. Around 11:40 PM at night. The other club members and I have gathered in the old school building. We are waiting in our most relaxing positions. Everyone except Asia is wearing their uniform. Hiba is equipped with a gauntlet on his hands and has some armor on his lower leg. He has his swords against the wall. Kaneko-chan is sitting on the chair and is reading a book. On her hands, she is wearing gloves that allow her fingers to be seen. It's one of those gloves that martial artists wear. It looks pretty intense if a girl with a lolly face wears it. Akeno-san and Butchu are drinking green tea elegantly. Just to be expected from our one-isamas, they sure are calm. Asia and I sit on the chair quietly while we wait for the time to come, but during that time I was busy playing a bit of chess with Kiba who finished up getting equipped. 10 minutes prior to the match, the magic circle glows and Graphius-san appears from it. Is everyone ready? It's 10 minutes before the match. Everyone stands up after Graphius-san confirms us. Graphius-san then starts to explain about the battle. When it becomes the time to start the battle, you will be teleported to the battlefield through this magic circle. The location of the place is in a different dimension used for battles. You may fight with all your power. It's a disposable space, so feel free to fight to your satisfaction. I see. A battle purpose field, huh. So devils can prepare something like that as well. Indeed, if we fight somewhere in the human's world or devil's world, we can't avoid destruction. So it means that we need a place where we won't harm anything no matter what we do. But leaving that aside, there's something that I'm concerned about. Hey Butchu. What is it? Butchu, you also have another bishop, right? Where is that person? Yes, that's what Butchu told me before she reincarnated Asia. She told me she already has another bishop. She told me that the bishop is doing another mission, but why isn't the bishop here under this serious situation? After I asked a question, everyone except me and Asia acts weird. It seems like I asked something I shouldn't have. It feels like the atmosphere in this room has changed. All of them are keeping their mouth closed. Unfortunately, the other bishop can't participate. Though there will be a time when I will talk about that in the near future. Butchu says that to me without looking at me in the eyes. Seems like there's something complicated about this matter. I probably should stop asking about this topic now. But what's so important that the bishop can't appear for its master's important match? I can't get rid of my suspicions. Graphius then speaks under this weird atmosphere. This rating game battle will also be viewed by members of both households from a different location through broadcast. Are you serious? So they will be watching us? So they are going to view us like VIP members, huh? They sure must be having fun. Since Butchu's parents are watching this as well, I can't show them an unsightly scene. Mau Lucifer-sama will also be viewing this battle. Please do not forget about it. Mau-sama, wow, that makes me nervous. Even the one standing above us is paying attention to this match, Butchu then makes a shocked face. Ani-sama is? I see, so Ani-sama is also going to view this battle. Huh? I think I heard it wrong. What did Butchu just say? Oh Ani-sama. I got confused so I put my hand up and asked. Butchu, you just called Mau-sama, Ani-sama. Wait a minute. Tiba answers me straight away. Yep, Butchu's brother is indeed the Mau-sama. What? Butchu's Ani-sama is Mau-sama. Yes. Butchu confirms it straight away. Wow, that's just wild. Lucifer, Beelzebub, Leviathan, and Asmodeus. It doesn't match with any of their last names. Are you confused because Butchu's family name is different to the names of Mau-samas? Tiba guesses what I'm thinking. It's a bummer, but he has it correct. Yeah, that's it. Tiba starts to explain after I admit it reluctantly. In the previous Great War, the Mau-samas was in a critical condition and has passed away a long time ago. But there would be no devils if there aren't any Mau-samas. That's why the devils decided to keep the names of the mass and let it be inherited to the ones with enormous powers. So the current 4 great mass are the ultimate class devils that are the successors of the first generation mass that has inherited their names. So that's how it is. Then Lucifer and Beelzebub isn't a personal name, but more like a managerial position. To tell you the truth, out of the 3 factions of the god, the fallen angels and the devils have the least power. We are actually in a tight spot, but we are still safe because the current Mau-samas has a power equal to the previous Mau-samas. So the devil society is just somehow managing, huh? I'm pretty shocked to hear that the Mau-samas that have their names recorded in the books you find in the libraries are already dead. So Butchu's brother was chosen to be a Mau from the ultimate class devils then? Tiba nods at my question. Surzich's Lucifer, who is also known as the Crimson Satan. He is Butchu's brother and the most powerful Mau-sama. Surzich's Lucifer. Not a Gremory, but a Lucifer, huh? So he isn't referred by his family name anymore like Butchu is. So that's why Butchu needs to inherit her household. It can't be helped since her brother became a Mau. Her brother has to carry the world of the devils on his back. Amazing. Even Butchu's family is amazing. It's about time. Everyone, please head to the magic circle. We gather to the magic circle after Graphius urges us to. Also, once you get transported, you cannot use the magic circle until the game ends. So we can only return here after the outcome. The magic circle's symbol changes to another one which is not that of the Gremories and it starts to emit lights. It's also not the symbol of the House of Phoenix. Perhaps it's the one used for the game. While I was thinking about it, the light covers us and the teleportation begins. When I open my eyes. Huh? I tilt my head when I witness the view. Obviously. Because this place is the club room. But did the teleportation fail? But everyone besides me and Asia are calm and they aren't even shocked about the situation we are in. Also Graphius is gone. Don't tell me she teleported just by herself. And hello everyone. I am Graphia, a maid from the House of Gremory, and today I will be the arbiter of the rating match between the House of Gremory and the House of Phoenix. School broadcast. It's Graphia's voice. In the name of my master, Surzich's Lucifer, I will be keeping my eye on this match. By using both Rias-sama and Razor-sama's opinion, we created this battlefield which is a replica of the school, Ku Academy, which Rias-sama attends to in the human world. What then this clubroom is a replica? It's exactly the same, the location of the furniture and even the scratches on the wall is the exact same, so it really has a high reproduction of the real thing. When I look out of the window, the sky is white. It's supposed to be very dark since it's midnight. So did they make a replica of the school in this world of white? Just how extraordinary can the power of devils be? The location where both teams were transported will be their base. Rias-sama's base would be the Occult Research Cub's clubroom located in the old school building. Razor-sama's base would be the student council's room located in the new building. For the pawns to use promotion, please head to the enemy's base to do it. So I can't promote unless I go to the enemy's base. Due to the trait of my role, using promotion is absolutely necessary. Similar to the actual chess, promotion is a special move you are able to do if the pawn reaches the furthest part of the enemy's base. I can change into any pieces besides the king piece. So I have to reach the enemy's base no matter what. Student council room, huh? It's at the corner of the highest floor in the school building. I have to head there. Likewise, Razor's pawns can promote if they get here. Unlike us, where I am the only pawn, they have 8 pawns. If they all turn into queen, we are in deep shit. Queen is the ultimate piece. It's certain that we will be in danger if they are to promote. It's normal for pawns to be sent first so they can take down each other. Does that mean I have to take down 8 beautiful girls of pawns all by myself? Wow, I have rough roads ahead of me. Everyone, will you all please put this transceiver in your ears? Akeno-san gives everyone an earphone-type transceiver. Butchu says it while putting it in her ears. At the battlefield, we will be using this to communicate with each other. So we will receive the orders through this transceiver, huh? This is an important item. I need to make sure I don't break it. Now it's the time for the commencement of the battle. Also, this match will continue till dawn in the humans' time. So, game starts now. Ring ring, the school bell rings. So this is the ring to signify the start of the match, huh? Like this, our first rating game begins. First we have to take down Razor's pawns. It will be troublesome if they all promote into queen. Butchu says it while sitting on the sofa. She's quite confident. Akeno-san starts to prepare tea and offering me some, which I accepted. Butchu, you seem pretty calm. Ice, the battle just started. The rating game is originally a game that doesn't finish in a short time. There are times when it becomes a blitz, but mostly it's a game that takes very long. Just like the actual chess game. Is that how it's played, huh? This game of chess needs strategy to make sure we win at the very least. The rating game has a meaning only if you use the battlefield to the fullest. Usually the base would be a fortress, a castle or even a tower. There are forests and rivers between the two bases, and we battle using those areas. This time the school is our stage. Yudo. Yes. Tiba spreads a map on the table after Butchu urges him. Wow, the whole map of our school. It's divided into grids, and there are English alphabets and numbers on it. Oh, I get it. It's broken into grid that is similar to a chessboard. Butchu draws a circle around the old school building and the new school building with a red pen. Oh, I see. She marked our base and the enemy's base. There's a forest near our base. It's safe to assume that this is also our territory. In other words, the new school building would be Razor's territory. It's quite possible that there will be an ambush when you enter their territory. The school field is visible from the new school building. So it's dangerous to pass through here. She is right. The school field is visible from the new school building's windows. Once we enter the battlefield, it's impossible to teleport using the magic circle. So it's impossible to teleport from the old school building to the new school building. So we have to use our feet to move around then. Well, we can use our wings to fly, but we will become as sitting ducks. Also, I can't fly yet. Then do we have to go through the sports ground to get to the new school building? Butchu chuckles at my question. Normally, yes. But the enemy will also know that. So he'll have his servant positioned at the sports ground. He'll have his knight or rook positioned at one of the clubrooms located in the sports ground. No, if it's a sports ground, you will need a person with mobility. So he'll have 1 knight and 3 pawns, a total of 4 servants positioned here. Then he'll have control of the whole sports ground. Then Kiba says his thoughts. Butchu, it's about the gym near the old school building. Shouldn't we occupy this location first? If we capture it here, then we will have a route to the new school building. The gym is a passage to both of the buildings, so we could also restrain the enemy's movements. Butchu nods at Kiba's opinion. Yes, I also have the same opinion. First we will capture the gym. In terms of location, the opponent may have his rook positioned there. Since it's inside a building, it would be better to use the rook with destructive power over knight with mobility. Udo and Kaneko, you two set a trap in the forest. Take another map with you and make sure you mark the places where you set the trap in. I will make a copy afterwards and hand it to everyone. Yes. Roger. Kaneko-chan and Kiba leaves the room straight away and takes a map and a weird-looking toolbox with them. Everyone else will be on standby until they finish setting up the trap. Oh, Akeno. Yes. After Yudo and Kaneko returns, can you cast illusions and mists around the forest and the sky? Obviously a trap that only reacts to Razor's group. That's how the start of the match will be like, though it seems like this battle will become intense midway through it. So I'll leave the issue regarding the mists and the illusions to you, Akeno. I understand, but you. Akeno-san confirms. The strategy has already begun. Both Asia and I don't know what we are supposed to do, but I may have an idea. Izuku, but you, what's my role in this strategy? Yes. Ice, you are a pawn, so you have to use promotion. Yes, I reply to her energetically. Butchu waves her hand towards me. What is it? Sit here. I sit next to Butchu because she told me to. She then points at her lap. Lay down here. I looked at her for a few seconds and just lay my head on her lap. I sighed a bod on content at the sensation from legs. Lap pillow. Out of all the things the male population at their teenage years want to get done by a girl, it's definitely among the top 10. And right now it became a reality with me. If I had to guess, Mineta and Kaminari would definitely be crying tears of blood if they ever see me in this position. I suddenly cried because of this and because of having a bit of Issei's personality. Butchu sighs while looking at me. Geez. Why are you crying? Getting a lap pillow from Butchu, I'm so moved that the tears won't stop. I will never forget the sensation. Sob, I'm happy that I was born. If it's just lap pillow, then I will give it to you again. You seriously are an overreacting boy. Yes, but my little celebration had to go on hold when I looked at Asia, who was looking at me with teary eyes, and she is making a weird face. Is she angry? Why? She looks very unpleasant. Touch. Butchu then puts her hand on my forehead. I unlocked a small portion of the seal that I had cast on you. Seal. The moment I say out the doubt I had, there is a big change in my body. Heartbeat. At the same time, I can feel a power growing within me. What is this? It feels different than the power-up that I get from my boosted gear. Wait, if that was the case, then that means it's possible for me to amp up OFA. If that is a power I receive from elsewhere, then this power-up is coming from within me, and it feels comfortable. What is this? Butchu then says at my ear while I find it suspicious. Do you remember the talk about where I used all my 8 pieces of pawns to reincarnate you? Yes. At that time, your strength as a devil was low, so I had to put a limit on your power as a pawn. You, who just reincarnated from human, didn't have a body that could endure the power of 8 pieces of pawns. To put it simply, you would be the strongest after Akeno, so you needed to attain more power, or else your body would break. So I just unsealed a bit of the seal. Unsealing it. Then this power that is flowing within my body is my natural power. That training was meant to have you cope with the power of boosted gear and the pawn, and also that other power you have, which we will likely have to talk about later. Pat. Butchu then starts to pat my head. I was literally looking at her once I got close to her face, which caused her to blush. Is it me, or is Asia looking at me with sharp eyes? Listen up, Ice. You have to beat your opponent even if they are girls, okay? You can't hold back. They won't hold back against you. Yes, I understand. That's a good boy. Use the promotion to change into queen. The battle will change if you promote into the queen that possess the strongest power. I decided to joke a bit, but it feels weird for me, who am a guy, to turn into a queen. Butchu makes a small laugh at my opinion. It's just a name for a role in chess, so you don't have to think too deeply about it. We are already at a disadvantage by having fewer members than Razor. So you have to prepare yourself to work over the limit. If we lose even a single person, our situation will get even harder. Butchu already thought about our roles carefully and has already made a plan for our move. The battle can be settled if I charge up my demonic power with my sacred gear and shoot it to the new school building, though. It won't be that simple, right? The opponent may also foresee such method and they may have a countermeasure against it. Also, there is a limit to my attack which is powered up, and since I'm bad at using demonic powers, I can't do something like wasting it. If I have to do it, it will be safer to promote to queen first, that way you can guarantee the power of the attack. Yeah, I will just go forward while believing in Butchu and my comrades. Butchu, I will definitely make you win. Butchu smiles after hearing that. Yes, I will be relying on you. My adorable Ice. Like that, I was having fun with Butchu's lap until Kiba and Kaneko-chan got back. Alright, I raise my spirit in front of the old school building. Next to me is Kaneko-chan. She will be my partner for the next plan. Okay then, Ice, Kaneko. You won't be able to avoid the battle once you get into the gym. Move accordingly like we discussed. That location will be an important place. Butchu sent us off at the entrance. Kaneko-chan nods at Butchu. Yes, I will. Our target is the gym. We need to win the battle that will be awaits us. The ones that will be heading there is me and Kaneko-chan. We are not allowed to fail. Yeah, we can't lose. I can't retire without even using promotion. Then I will be going as well. Kiba is getting ready to go by placing his sword to his hip. Udo, move accordingly like we discussed. Roger that. Asia will be on standby with me. But we will be going after we get a signal from Ice and the others. You definitely cannot be taken down. It will be over if we lose our healer. Why yes. Asia also replies energetically even though she is nervous. Asia's ability to heal is our lifeline. Because of that ability of hers, we are capable of doing things that is a bit recklessly for our strategy. Our winning factor is to protect Butchu, who is our king, and also Asia. Akeno, I trust you to move when you think it's the right time. Yes, Butchu. The strongest servant, Akeno-san. According to Butchu, the outcome will be decided with her move. I will be relying on your ultimate move that is hidden behind that smiling face of yours. Butchu steps forward after she checks everyone. Now then, my adorable servants. Are you ready? We can't turn back now. Our enemy is Razor, who is said to be a genius from the immortal house of the Phoenix with a promised career. Now then, let's go and blow them away. Yes, all of us replies together and heads off. Me, Kaneko-chan, and Kibble leaves the old school building. Ice and everyone, please do your best. I can hear Asia cheering for us from behind. We raise our hand and wave at her. Now, there's no more turning back. Issei, I will have to be resolved and move straight ahead. We run towards the gym. During our way towards the gym, Kibble leaves us to head to a different direction. It's in our plan for Kibble to leave us at a certain point. Then I will be waiting for you ahead. Yeah, you just do that. We split up after saying our goodbyes. He will do his job, and I will do mine. I went towards the gym along with Kaneko-chan. Since the main entrance is connected to the new school building, we can't enter from there. That's because our intrusion will be caught by them. We need to go in from the other door located on the opposite side of the gym. We went there and turned the doorknob. It's opened. It's not locked. But this gym, even the appearance of it looks like the actual thing. It's the same with the old school building where it looks like the real thing. I will believe it if they tell me afterwards that the stage took place at the real Ku Academy. We come into the back platform from the back door. Since the curtain isn't down, the inside is visible. I try to look at the court from the corner of the platform, but then Kaneko-chan mutters. Presence. Enemy. Even before I can get shocked at hearing that, a loud voice echoes within the gymnasium. We know you are there, servants of Gremory, we watched you coming inside. The voice of a woman. Razor's servant, so they saw us coming inside. Then there is no need for us to hide ourselves. Kaneko-chan and I show ourselves to them by appearing at the platform boldly. There are 4 female devils standing at the court. The woman with a china dress, the twins, and also there is the lowly girl who almost knocked me down with a stick. If I remember right, the woman with the china dress is the rook. The twins are the pawns. And the small girl is also a pawn. I know it because we were explained about the enemies while having the photo of them shown to us at the clubroom before we came here. 3 pawns and 1 rook. We are also a pawn and a rook, though their numbers are double of ours. Though due to our plan, we can't avoid this battle. Boosted gear, standby. Boost. The boost begins. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I will leave the pawns to you, senpai. I will take care of the rook. Yeah, both Kaneko-chan and I stand in front of our opponent. The china dress woman makes a kung fu stance, and the small girl makes a stance with her stick. Lastly, the twin girls grabs their chainsaws with a smile. Hey, a chainsaw. Drill drill. The chainsaw starts while making a dangerous sound. Wow, are you serious? Girls aren't allowed to carry dangerous things like that. Disassembling Timage. Both of the twins say that happily. Hey, you can't say things like that with a bright voice. More like, I don't want to be disassembled, it will be bad if I get hit by those chainsaws. Izuku, oh hell to the no, let's go full cowl. I summoned my quirk and increased it to 40%. I'll gladly amp it up, but I'll be cautious. Bang bang. Kaneko-chan and the china dress woman have already begun their fight a bit further away from us. It looks like a martial arts match because of all the punches they are throwing at each other. Each hit looks powerful, since both of them are rooks. I think Kaneko-chan is at an advantage because of her small build, which allows her to move more freely. But the china dress woman is also moving swiftly while doing tricky attacks. Swish. The pawn girl spins the stick professionally while making a sound. If my memory is right, I think her name is Mira. Split, 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 split. The twins come right at me while grinding their chainsaws to the floor. The chainsaws are making sparkles, and they swing them at me. Drill. I can hear a nasty sound near my ear. Wow, that's dangerous. I was just able to dodge at the attack. I tackle one of the twins with my shoulder and put some distance between us. I looked at my sacred gear and let out another boost. Swish. The sound of something being pointed at me from behind was getting close, but I used my gauntlet to block the attack and went to attack back. Izuku Detroit smash. The sound of wind pressure pushed them back, but I did put in my all at that attack. Boost. A third power up. The girls looked at Tina in anger, but still doesn't hesitate to attack me during the boost. But I decided to dodge the attacks that are coming from above me by moving my body to the side, and I dodged the attacks coming from the side by jumping and ducking down. I guard the attacks of the stick that is coming from the front by crossing my arms. Ah, geez, this is so frustrating. Why isn't it hitting him? The chainsaw twins seem pissed, so they start to step on the floor violently. I can't break through his guard. Looks like the stick girl is also irritated that her attacks aren't hitting me effectively. Boost. Here it is, my fourth boost. It would have been third, but I let go 4 times. Let's do this one more time. Explosion. Full coaling 50%. My body was getting overflowed with power that my lighting arcs got even more crazy. Izuku, it's time to end this. I zip through towards the twins. I will take care of you two first. I run towards one of the twins with sparks of lightning forming around me and quickly got close. The opponents can't react to my movements for a slight moment. She swings her chainsaw after she realizes the situation she is in, but my fist has already reached her. Izuku Texas smash. Bang. One of the twin pawns went flying with my hit. You, how dare you hit my Wani-chan. The little sister of the girl I just hit aims her chainsaw towards me, but I twist my body and hit the girl. The younger sister of the chainsaw twin falls down to the floor. Ha! The stick girl with a childish face thrust her stick towards me. I will make sure it works this time. Ah! Break. I grabbed her weapon when she tried to attack me with me giving her glare. I then hit away the girl who just lost her weapon without a moment to spare. Ah! The young girl rolls on the floor while making a scream. Pooh. The sound of the China dress woman. When I look, the China dress woman has her hands on the floor and Kaneko-chan is still maintaining her fighting stance. Wow. I can tell that Kaneko-chan is at an advantage by the looks of it. Geez, if we lose to a guy like him, Razor-sama will get mad at us. One of the chainsaw girls fixes her position and makes a negative comment. We will definitely disassemble you into pieces. The twin turns on their chainsaws once again. I sighed a bit and dipped my head down for a bit and looked at them, making them freeze up. Izuku full cowling mode Black Whip frenzy. Summoning Black Whip and boosting my legs to reach them and delivered a massive whip-like combos to them, ripping a bit of their clothing and also injuring them, making them scream in pain. But I wasn't done yet, using Black Whip to make them the ground, rendering them unable to move. Izuku ... I know for a fact this is just a simple technique, but it'll have to do. Dress break. Click at the same time I click my fingers, the chainsaw wins, and the stick girl's clothes gets blown away. Yes, even their underclothes are blown to pieces. The white curvy bodies of the girls are exposed right in front of me. Izuku, whom not bad, could use more growth but not bad at all. I said this while blood was running out from my nose. And ooh, their scream echoes within the gym. All 3 of them ducks down to the floor and are trying to hide their private parts. You are the worst, you are the enemy of every woman. Beast, you hex fiend. The chainsaw twin starts to badmouth me while having tears in their eyes. I misjudged you. I just shrugged my shoulders while deactivating my quirks and just walked towards Kaneko. Izuku, hey, I only did that at the last second just for giggles. I patted her head, but she didn't paw it away. Instead she let me while enjoying the feeling. Ice, Kaneko. Can you hear me? It's me. Butchu's voice. It seems like Kaneko-chan also heard it. Yes, both Kaneko and I are safe, more like we are doing well right now. That's good to hear. But Akeno's preparation is also completed. I want you two to move accordingly with the plan. Butchu's order. I nod after exchanging a glance with Kaneko. Kaneko and I went to the central entrance while ignoring the girls who are down on the floor. Are you running away? This location is supposed to be a crucial place. Razor's servants become shocked by our actions. Yeah, you are right. This certainly is a crucial place. A location that connects the old school building with the new school building. In chess, it will be the center. It's apparently very important. That's why both sides came here to obtain this place. That's why there is a meaning to this, to make this place as our decoy. Kaneko and I leaves from the central entrance. Flash, an instant flash. Then dot. Ooh, a huge lightning falls down onto the gym with a sound. When the lightning stops, the gym that is supposed to be in front of us gets wiped out. Take. Akeno-san's voice. When I turn around, I can see Akeno-san with a smiley face that is flying through the air with her black wings spread. She has her right hand raised upwards. And her hand is sparkling with electricity. Razor Phoenix Ama's 3 pawns and 1 rook retires. Grafia-san's voice, who is the arbiter, echoes through the battlefield. Wait, so with that attack just now, the enemies Kaneko-chan and I were fighting got defeated. Are you serious with that one attack? Oh yeah, I heard this from Kiba before. The Priestess of Lightning, that's Akeno-san's nickname. Since Butchu isn't the age where she can play in the official matches, not many people know about Akeno-san, but she is famous among certain group of people. Priestess of Lightning, that's terrifying. Yup, I will make sure I don't make Akeno-san angry. Looks like we did it, Kaneko. I said this while patting her head, who simply enjoyed it. Quit being perverted so I won't punch you. I laughed bit at that, but I'm not sure if I can stop being me, I guess. Ahaha, don't worry. I won't use it on my comrades, like I said, it's just for giggles. Even so, it is a very low technique. I mean, she is right, I wonder if I can do it at school. Everyone, can you hear me? Akeno did a perfect attack and finished it. With this, the first phase of our plan is completed. I can hear Butchu's voice from the transceiver I have in my ears. She sounds really happy. Butchu's plan. That is to destroy the gymnasium that was thought to be a crucial point. Also destroying it along with Razor's servants. Kaneko and I went through the back door of the gym to enter, but we did this act while knowing that the enemies were watching us. We needed to have them battle us by making the opponent come into the gym as well. We simply needed to flee after we fight them for a certain time. After that, Akeno-san destroyed the gym with her lightning from the sky. We were a bait to make the enemy come inside the cage. Then we, the bait, left the cage and destroyed it along with the prey. Butchu's plan has succeeded to throw aside the important location and use it to attack is something to be reckoned with. Defeating 1 rook and 3 pawns was a big plus. We still haven't lost any of our members, so we started off with a good start. That lightning takes time to charge it to use for the second time after she uses it. So using it continuously is impossible. Though the enemy still has a greater number than us. We will also head out as soon as Akeno's demonic power recovers, so I will leave the rest to each of you till then. So please move on to the next phase. Yes. So Butchu and Asia are heading out. Me and Kaneko-chan's next move is to regroup with Kiba and defeat the enemy located at the sports court. Izuku. I suddenly felt a danger sense. I turned around just in time. Izuku Kaneko. I grabbed her while activating Ofa. Please let this work please. Full cowling mode lighting protection. But that it happens. Bang. A sudden explosive sound was made nearby where me and Kaneko are. It was close and it hit the protective shield I created on a whim. When the blast was over I thought Kaneko was okay but I was wrong. Hey Kaneko. Kaneko was lying on the floor a bit away from me while smokes arised from her. I went to her quickly and hold her. Damn it, I looked at myself seeing my uniform damaged and bruises were there, but I was still able to move. Kaneko's uniform was torn as if she was dragged into a bomb. There are parts of her uniform that are gone. Take. An unknown voice. When I look up, there is a shadow up in the air flying with its wings spread. It's a woman dressed up as a mage and wearing her hood. It's Razor's servant. So Razor's servant did this to Kaneko. I'm sure that is Razor's queen. The sudden appearance of the strongest servant. Fufufu. When you hunt a prey, the best time to take them down is when the prey accomplished something, because that's the time when the prey is the most vulnerable. It's enough for us to sacrifice many of our pieces in order to take down one of you. Your group has a small number of members to begin with. That alone will be enough to give a huge damage to your group, right? Even if you defeat us, you cannot defeat Razor-sama. It's useless to resist. The magician woman laughs as if she finds it amusing. Senpai Akeno-senpai. Kaneko speaks with a voice that is about to disappear. I'm sorry, I wanted to be of more use to Butchu and everyone. Why, you don't have to apologize, we were doing our job. It's not a problem, just wait. Once Asia arrives, she can heal you. Kaneko's body gets enveloped with light. The body starts to fade and then it disappears from here. Rias Gremory-sama's rook retries. The cruel announcement. Butchu explained it to me before. When we take a certain amount of damage and get into a condition where we can no longer fight, we retire and get teleported out of the battlefield by force. The destination is a place with medical equipment. That's why it's alright even if we're hurt badly. It's not like we will die. So Razor's servants that Akeno-san defeated and Kaneko-chan were teleported there. I know that in my head. This is a match. But still I can feel the weight disappear from my arms. Damn it. My body shakes with anger that a spark of lighting formed around me. Izuku, get down here so I can make you feel the pain that you've done to my comrade. I ignored about the next plan and started provoking the enemy who defeated Kaneko. I know this could likely get me out of the game, but I still can't forgive her. Kaneko was crying just before she disappeared. She was crying because of regrets. She was still able to fight shit. Nature sense was on it, warned me, but I was too slow to react in time. Damn it, what's the point of me even having these powers? I may have been able to save her. Fufufu. What a noisy pawn boy. Do you want to explode like that girl from before? The mage put her hands towards me. I'm going to get shot, but I don't give a damn as I got ready, feeling the changes to my body occurring. I will be your opponent. Razor Phoenix-sama's queen Yubaluna-san. Or should I call you the bomb queen? Akeno-san comes between us as if she is trying to protect me. I don't like that name because of its bad taste, priestess of lightning. Though I was hoping I can fight you. Ice-kun, meet up with Yudo-kun. I will take care of here. But I try to convince her, but Akeno-san shows a serious face to me for the first time. My heart races. I can feel the extreme pressure from her. Ice-kun. You have your own role, correct? Go then. This matter here is my job. That's right. I might just be a burden to Akeno-san. I need to focus on what I need to accomplish. Akeno-san smiles at me who am biting down my teeth hard. It's okay. I will avenge Kaneko. I will defeat this queen with everything I have. The golden aura covers Akeno-san's body. I can tell how powerful she is just by looking at it. Akeno-san's demonic power, that is. The strongest person in our group, our queen. Akeno-san, I will leave this place to you. After I say that, I turn around and head towards the sports court where Kiba is waiting for me and fast. Right after that, a violent roar of lightning and explosions echoes from behind me. The battle changes from the opening to the mid-game. Izuku, I swear if any more of my comrades fall I might cause a rampage against the Apenton King. Chapter 29. Izuku's POV. It happens during my way to the sports court where Kiba is waiting for me. Razor Phoenix Ama's 3 pawns retires. It's the announcement 3 of Razor's pawns were defeated. I'm still on my way to the destination. Akeno-san is battling the queen, and Butchu and Asia are on their way here, so it must be Kiba who defeated them. With this, 7 of their pieces have been defeated. With this, they have 9 members left including Razor. We only have 5 members left with Kaneko gone. It's a situation where we still can't let our guard down. Someone grabs my arm while I'm on my way to the court. Danger sense did alert me that it was an enemy, but I still kept my guard up, but the one who is holding my arm is Kiba. He's putting on a refreshing smile like always. Oh, it's you. Yup. Kiba is observing the sports court from behind the storage room, which is a blind spot from the court. Sorry Kiba. Kaneko is. I know it since I heard the announcement as well. She must be feeling regrets. I never knew what she was always thinking about, but she was really pumped for this match. She was working hard when we were setting the traps in the forest. Let's win. Of course, Ice-kun. We hit our knuckles together. Kiba, he's the most dependable ally in terms of battle. The Cult Research Club's male pair, if we don't show guts right here, then we will look totally uncool in front of the girls. Also, was it you who defeated the enemy pawns? Kiba nods at my question. Yeah. The club room located at the sports court is an important location. So it's natural that there are lots of enemies. I somehow managed to lure the pawns that were keeping their eyes over there and took them down. But the person in charge of this location is quite calm and hasn't responded to my provocation. Well, it seems like she used the pawns to watch my attacks. Seems like Razor Phoenix likes to battle by sacrificing his servants. It's something only he is able to pull off because of his immortality and the number of servants he has. Kiba is smiling, but his eyes aren't. The enemies who are in charge of here are 1 knight, 1 rook, and 1 bishop. 3 pieces in total. That's a severe defense. Well, that's how much they are keeping up their guard for this place. Against our intrusion here, that is. Since we eliminated the gym, they will put more strength here. The 2 routes that were seen as a path to the bases. The route from the gym and the route from the sports court that is behind the new school building. But you chose to destroy one path, so the only place they need to guard is the sports court. So it will be natural for them to increase the strength here. Well, because of our plan earlier, it ended by making their queen come to the front lines. Looks like the battle at this place will be more intense than the one at the gym. Ugh, I'm getting a bit nervous. Are you nervous? Kiba asks me with a smile. But I only smiled at him. Nope, not in the slightest. I basically feel excited to fight even more, but oh no, you have more battle experience than I do. In this world that is, I have the powerful boosted gear. That will be enough for me to be a threat, but also oh damn it, I need to increase the percentage and be able to at least use 100% again. But still, I have to fight for her for Rias no matter what. Look, Kiba shows me his hand. Kiba's hands are shaking. Ice-kun, you said I have a lot of battle experience. That's certainly true. But it's my first time participating in the raiding game. A serious battle between devils. Even if this match is a special case, it doesn't change the fact that it's a serious fight. We get involved in devils fights, whether we like it or not. And this is our first game. We can't show them even a slight opening in our guard. This is a match where we have to give it all we got as Butchu servant devils. It's something that will be important even in the future. I feel delighted and also scared. I don't want to forget the feeling of my hands shaking. This feeling of being nervous, this intense atmosphere, I want to feel everything and turn it into my experience. Let's become stronger together, Ice-kun. Kiba has been thinking that much about this match like I thought, in terms of battle he's dot. Then let's do a combination that would make the girls get aroused. Haha, does it mean that I'm the one who goes from behind? Bis if it's sticking in, then it's my job I mean, no die, handsome. Izuku geez I can't catch a break I need to control myself but who am I kidding? Then I hear a loud voice of a brave woman. I'm the Knight of Razor Phoenix Sama, Carlemagne. I've become bored of trying to sniff through each other's strategy. Rias Grimmery's knight, I challenge you to a duel. At the baseball court. There is a woman clad in armor who is standing at the center of it daringly. Wow, pretty bold for a female knight. She can't complain if someone shoots her from the back. Foo. Kiba, who is standing next to me, laughs. Since she introduced herself, I can't hide myself both as a knight and as a swordsman. After he mutters that out, he leaves from behind the storage room. He then walks straight to the baseball court. I also follow after Kiba by heading there from the front. I'm the Knight of Rias Grimmery, Kiba Udo. I'm the pawn Haidu issei. Kiba and I named ourselves to Razor's Knight Carlemagne. The female knight then makes a happy face. I'm happy that there are warriors like you two in Rias Grimmery's group. Coming out here directly from the front. That's something people with normal sanity won't do. So we don't have normal sanity, huh? But I love idiots like you too. Now then, let's begin. Carlemagne draws her sword out from the sheath. Kiba also gets ready to draw his sword out. The match between knights. I have been waiting for this. Personally, I would like to fight in an intense sword fight. Kiba's aggressive words. Oh my, Kiba is making a really lively smile. Well said, Rias Gremory's knight. Charlemagne starts to slash as if she is dancing. Jin. The swords hit each other making sparks. They both have god speed because they are knights. They started their battle exchanges of swords that I can't follow with my eyes. They both keep on appearing and disappearing due to their high speed. So what am I supposed to do now? I will be killing the tension if I help Kiba. No matter how you look at it, this is a one-on-one fight. Should I use full cowling and end it? But it seems I likely regret doing that. You seem bored. When I look at the direction where the voice came from, there is a woman wearing a mask that just covers half of her face. I'm certain this woman is a rook. Then another person came while complaining. Geez, this only seems like a mud fight, since both of them only thinks about swords, swords and swords. Charlemagne was making a bitter face when the pawns were being sacrificed. So does she hate the battle strategy planned by her master, who happens to be her king? Furthermore, when I thought I found a cute boy, he also happens to be a sword freak, so I can't stand this. There is also a beautiful girl who is wearing a dress like the ones worn by Western princesses. I think she is Razor's bishop. She has a drill-shaped hairstyle on both sides. She seems like a real princess. Wow, I'm surrounded by the devils that are in charge of this place. The bishop princess looks at me with weird eyes. So this boy is the pawn that Rias Gremory adores. Does that person have bad taste in looking at gentlemen? She then starts to say rude things. I take my distance from where I was standing and make a fighting stance against the two. Boosted gear standby. Boost. A sacred gear power-up starts. I have to leave the knight to Kiba and take care of these two, but the bishop girl just sighs. I'm not going to be your opponent. Isabella, why don't you be his opponent? The masked woman who is called Isabella nods obediently. The girl wearing a dress moves away from us after she got a confirmation from Isabella and is looking at us from a distance. I was planning to in the first place. Now then, let's fight since we are both bored. Ah, yeah. That's okay, but isn't that bishop going to fight? It's my question to her. That's because this is supposed to be an important fight, right? Even I don't know how to react if she decides to withdraw from a fight like this. Hearing that question, Isabella and the masked woman put her hand on her forehead and make a troubled face. Ah, don't worry about her. That girl is special. She will be mostly observing for this fight as well. What the hell is that? Word slips out from my mouth. Seriously, can't you make a better excuse than watching? This is supposed to be an important battle. She is. No, that person is Ravel Phoenix. Razor Sama's little sister. She became Razor Sama's servant by using a special method, but she is Razor Sama's actual sister. Huh? That beautiful girl. That bird, guys. Huh? The bird bastard sister waves her hand with a smile at me, as if she realized that I'm in shock to find the truth. Hey, is that even allowed? He put his sister in his group and made her participate in the battle. According to Razor Sama, having your sister in your harem has a significant meaning. You know the significant view of having your close relatives. You know how there are people who look up to and also get jealous about it. Well, I'm not into little sisters, so I have her in my group as fashion. So that bird guy is really a perv and also a dumbass, but I think I know the feeling of having your little sister in your harem. Little sisters are good, I also wanted one. No, that's not it. Fine then, so that girl is his sister, and she won't fight me, huh? Now, here I come. Rias Gremory's pawn. Swift. When I thought that the rook Isabella came forward, a really sharp punch passes through my cheek. I dodge just in time while looking at my opponent. I see. So you can dodge a punch like this. Sorry. I was looking down on you a bit. I'll put 1 gear. No, I will increase by 2 gears then. Isabella makes a suspicious move while moving her body. But swish swish. She starts to attack from unpredictable angles and places. When I thought that I dodged her attack, which she did by bending her arm, it came back again like a whip. I activated OFA. Full cowling 50%. For some reason the boosted announced my quirk, but it doesn't matter. I increased my legs and speed off towards her. This surprised her and gave me enough time to give her a kick to the gut. Kick. Ah. My kick made contact, pushing her back. Boost. I'm sure that was my 5th boost. This will be enough if my opponent is a pawn. But is it enough to defeat a rook? In terms of piece value, rook is the next highest after queen. I won't be able to take her down with half-assed attacks. Alright. I used right arm and aimed at her. Isabella, what are you trying to pull? I didn't say anything but smirked. Izuku air shot. I fired a high pressurized air that hit her again, making her groan in pain. Whoop, she hit the ground. The bishop looked at this in surprise, but it looked my opponent wasn't done yet. She came right after me and came after her as well. The two of us exchange blows after blows with our fist, none of us gaining the upper hand. I stepped back when she withdrew her fist, but I kept my guard up with full cowling still on and danger sense in high gear, along with boosted gear getting ready to unleash. The enemy's attack stops. But she was still moving. I won't know when she will attack again. I'm glad that I sparred with Kiba and Kaneko. That proved to be very useful, and it helped to get me back into shape like my old self. That's because it gave me the sense to know when the opponent will stop attacking. But you also told me how to run, so I was able to dodge the attacks just now. Then the Rook Isabella smiles. I was taking you lightly. To tell you the truth, I thought I got you when my kick hit you. Looks like Rias Gremory has been training you well. Especially your stamina is magnificent. I still kept my guard up, getting ready to strike. In a serious battle, the most important thing is the stamina. Even idiots can fight. But you need stamina to continue for a few minutes. Battles consume lots of stamina and concentration. Just dodging the attack requires quite an amount of effort. So being able to do it till now means that you have been training your body a lot. Looks like I said something unnecessary. I felt your pressure increase. Rook Isabella. I am the weakest and the least experienced member in Rias Gremory-sama's group. But still I will defeat you. It happens when I made my resolve. Buzz. I heard the sound of the wind. When I look, I witness Kiba's darkness sword dispersing. Holy Eraser. A sacred gear where a darkness sword devours light and its blade is engulfed by darkness. It's Kiba's sacred gear, but it looks like a part of it was blown away by the enemy knight. Unfortunately, your sacred gear won't work on me. Carlemagne's sword is covered in flames. A flame sword. So the darkness sword got beaten by that, huh? But Kiba doesn't seem bothered by it and instead makes a smirk. Then I will also tell you this. Unfortunately, this isn't everything of my sacred gear. What? Nonsense. Knight of Gremory, it's unsightly for a swordsman to freeze. After Kiba says that with a small voice, there is something gathering in the bladeless sword. Huh? It feels like it has gotten cold. Chill starts to gather around here. When I was feeling something like that, Kiba's sword starts to freeze. The ice starts to pile up and it takes the shape of a sword. Break. At the same time, with the sound of ice breaking, Kiba's sword forms into a blade of ice. In front of the sword, flame delete, all types of fire will disappear. Ice sword. Hey, the darkness sword isn't the only weapon of Kiba's, no way. Everyone except Kiba has a shocked expression. That's obvious. Is it even possible? Absurd. Are you telling me that you have two sacred gears? Carlemagne swings her flame sword to the side. She has an impatient look. Break. The instant Carlemagne's sword touches Kiba's sword, the flame sword starts to freeze and turn into a solid. Then it makes a sound and breaks. Then it disappears. But she doesn't stop attacking. As soon as she throws away her sword, she takes a short sword from her hip. She then put her sword up and shouts. We are the members of the almighty house of Phoenix that rule over fire and wind. Tasted the whirlwind of fire. There is a wind of fire around the baseball court with Carlemagne and Kiba in the middle of it. The hot wind is burning my skin. At Carlemagne. Has she forgotten that her allies are here as well? Isabella comments while using her arm to guard her face. Kiba's ice sword starts to melt after receiving the wind of fire. Even so, Kiba still doesn't seem to be bothered. I see, you are trying to burn us with a whirlwind of fire, but Kiba put his bladeless sword in front of him. He then says it with a strong voice. Stop. Zook. The wind is getting sucked into Kiba's sword while making a large noise. The wind stops within few seconds and the baseball ground becomes silent. Replenish calm. It's been a while since I last showed more than 2 demonic swords for one battle. There is a unique looking blade in Kiba's sword. There is a mysterious whirlwind in the middle of the blade. The winds were sucked in there. He can even make that kind of sword as well. Multiple sacred gears. Are you a sacred gear possessor who takes the weapons of other sacred gear users and makes it their own? Kiba shakes his head at Carlemagne's question. I don't have multiple sacred gears. I also don't take the sacred gears of others and make them my own. I created it. Yes. Sword birth. I can make any type of demonic swords. That is the name of my sacred gear and its true ability. Multiple swords appear from the ground when he put his hand downwards. There are swords with different shapes. Even the blades are different from Kiba's words. All of them must be demonic swords. Boost. Alright, it's time. Concentrate, this time focus and then let it out. Boosted gear explode. Explosion synchronize. Wait, what? A massive load of energy waves gathers on both my hands. Along came the massive amounts of lighting as well. I spread my arms across and put them together. I imagine how I will shoot it and then shoot it out by feeling the energy flowing within me. Get ready, it's the same like aiming a punch with Ofa. Lightning dragon shot. I scream the name of my special move inside myself, since the enemy may predict what I'm about to do by hearing it. On. A mass of demonic power plus Ofa gets released from my hands. Bua. I got pushed back a bit because of its power, but I held my ground. I continue to look at the dragon shot even though I get myself pushed back. It's huge. Even if you compare it to my body, it's about 5 times the size of my height. And that is heading towards my opponent really fast. My target is Razor's Rook. But you told me that in a raiding game, rooks are the most troublesome ones. Their attacks and defenses gets higher. These are the rook's traits, and that is what their most terrifying aspect is. It's normal to give the role of rook to someone with high attack and defense, but it is also used in a different way. You can also give a role of rook to someone with high speed or high demonic power. People who fight using demonic power tends to have weak physical builds. So they use the trait to overcome their weakness. So if you give the role of rook to someone with fast legs, they will turn into all-rounder type with fast legs, high defense and high attack. Furthermore, rook has a special ability similar to the promotion of a pawn. The castling. They can change the position of themselves with the king immediately. But you told me this is the most troublesome technique. It doesn't do anything after checkmate, but swapping the position of the king and rook is certainly powerful. Increasing their strong points or covering their weak points is up to the master. There are so many ways of using the pieces. That's why I will take on the rook Isabella. Isabella, don't take it, dodge. Razor's Knight Carlomagne shouts. Isabella, who was trying to take the attack before, changes her action by evading it. Pass. Isabella just dodges my attack. My dragon shot that misses the target went far away. It's heading for the tennis court. The next moment. The sound of the ground rumbling, a red glow of light and whirlwind hit us. I look at the dragon shot that had hit the tennis court and I can't believe what I am seeing. It's gone. The tennis court along with the surrounding sports grounds is gone. The thought blown away my sacred gear, it really something else. Isabella, defeat that pawn, that boy, that sacred gear has the power to change the outcome of the battle. Following the shouts of Carlomagne, Razor's rook Isabella locked on at me. Affirmative, boosted gear, it will become a big threat if we allow him to use promotion. I will take him down before that happens. It's different from before. Isabella, my current attack power is that of a high-class devil. The enemy came rushing in at me, starting to kick and punch. I guard them and put strength in my left arm. My knuckle went towards Isabella. She crosses her arms and guards, but bang, my heavy blow breaks the guard and sends the masked rook flying. But I wasn't done yet. I ran towards her quickly and giving her blow after blow and pushing her back, I got ready to finish her off. Without wasting any time, I put forward the small block of demonic power and bits of Ofa that I created with my right hand and I aimed it at her. Ooh, Shuat. The mass of demonic power that has been powered up significantly with the gauntlet went forward. The waves of demonic power cover Isabella's body. The big shock wave spread throughout the area. When it calms down, Isabella, who is on the ground, starts to get covered with light. She starts to fade away and disappear from this place. Reset. The effect of boosted gear runs out. Then, Razor Phoenix Ama's rook retires. I heard the announcement of Graphia-san. Hell yeah. I shout with joy because I defeated a rook. After that I tried to inhale some air after the fight with Isabella. I used quite a lot of stamina and demonic power. In terms of demonic power, I used my potential energy within me, so the stronger the attack the more exhausted I will get. I guess it will be good if I can release 2 more shots of demonic power, which has the same strength as the one I just shot. No, after my second shot, there's a threat that my demonic power will run out and I may faint due to it. I need to think that I only have 1 more shot left. Razor's Knight Carlomagne smirks after losing Isabella. Apparently both Isabella and I have been taking that pawn and the boosted gear lightly. Just like I thought, I shouldn't take him as an ordinary pawn. The enemy praises me. This doesn't feel bad at all. I feel a bit happy. But it's an awful attack. No, I should say it's a scary attack. The way how he blow her away. Yeah, I'm truly sorry. I will apologize as well. I'm sorry for our ice-kun being a lecher. Like that, Kiba apologizes to Carlomagne. Why are you apologizing? I feel complicated. Carlomagne says it while holding the short sword with the other hand. But a demonic sword wielder, what fortune. I may have a destiny of meeting swordsmen who wield special swords. Kiba seems quite interested after hearing that. So there is someone besides me who uses demonic swords. No, it wasn't a demonic sword. It was a holy sword. Everyone here realizes how Kiba's expression changes after hearing that. Instantly there is a load of killing intent coming out from Kiba. Wow. What killing intent, it feels really cold. My whole body feels cold. Kiba asks with a low voice while having cold eyes. Tell me about that holy sword wielder. What intense force. He has the same level of hostility as Butchu when she's pissed. Holy sword. What does that have to do with Kiba? Seems like that swordsman has some connection to you. But since we are swordsmen, talking would be rude. I will answer you with my sword. Is that right? If your mouth can move, then it won't be a problem even if you turn into a state where you are on the verge of death. Chills. There is killing intent between the two. The killing intents are so strong that it is making me shake as well. Kiba, what happened to you? Your usual refreshing smile is gone. Someone approaches me that it set off danger sense. So, it's here. Where's Isabella Neeson? Don't tell me she was defeated. Lots of Razor's servant girls starts to gather. I remember their faces. There are 2 pawns, 1 bishop, and 1 knight here. Hey, it's the gathering of the remaining servants. What the? Are they trying to pull off a massive battle here? There are only me and Kiba from our group. Akeno-san is probably still fighting the enemy queen. There are still lightning in the sky. But you and Asia are. Yeah, what happened to those 2? They should be moving ahead from the base according to the plan. Hey, the pawn con over there. Razor's girl calls me. What is it? Razor-sama said he's going to fight your princess one-on-one. See there, the girl points very high at the sky. When I look in that direction, there is a shadow with fire wings and a shadow with black wings above the rooftop of the new school building. No matter how I look at it, the person with black wings clearly has a crimson hair that is Butchu. I-san, can you hear me? I-san. Asia's voice comes out from the transceiver. Asia, what happened? Is it about Butchu? Yes. Right now I'm with Butchu-san on the school rooftop. The opponent, Razor-san, challenged Butchu to a duel, and Butchu-san accepted it, thanks to that we were able to get into the school building without any problem. What kind of thing is happening? I'm making a clueless face, and Razor's sister comes to talk to me with a slim grin. Seems like Ani-sama made a challenge since Rias-sama was doing well in the battle unexpectedly. It would have been our win if we fought normally, so he gave her pity. At this rate, she will be defeated before you fight him. His sister starts laughing by putting her hand on her mouth where the sound of her laughter went as a ho-ho. I'm starting to get pissed. Butchu is strong, Akeno-san will also come here as soon as she defeats the Queen. Kiba will also defeat all of the servants here, with his demonic swords combo. I will also use my boosted gear and the Crimson Hair Ruined Princess, Priestess of Lightning, Sword Birth, and boosted gear. Just hearing the names gives me chills. But your opponent is the Immortal Bird. No matter what kind of power you have, it means nothing against the Immortal Bird. But the Phoenix also has weak points. His sister laughs at my argument with her nose. Are you going to beat him until he loses the will to fight? Or are you going to defeat him with a strike that rivals God? Are you trying to win this match? That's a laugh. Why is it? That's because there was no chance for Rias-sama to win from the beginning. That's how much despair the thing immortal is to you. Razor's sister makes a click with her fingers. The servant devil surrounds me. Carlemagne. I will leave that night boy to you, but if you lose we won't fight in one-on-one. We will defeat him together. Or are you trying to lower the name of Phoenix? Carlemagne agrees to Razor's sister's words reluctantly. Cirrus. Affirmative. The one who steps forward is a woman with a wild appearance. She is carrying a sword on her back. She is Ani-sama's other knight. Unlike Carlemagne over there, she doesn't have any of that honor of a knight. She will defeat her opponent. Just like that, the woman called Cirrus draws her sword from her back. It's a big sword. It's really wide. But she can do the finishing. Naya and Lee. Naya. Naya. The one who responds to her words are two girls with beast ears. I think they are pawns. They are female beast warriors. Their hand-to-hand combat is remarkable, you know. Swish. The two beast girls disappear from my sight. However, I dodged their attacks and kicked them each in the gut, pushing them back, but they kept coming towards me, asking for my body as fast as they can while I kept my distance. Izuku, damn, their punches are quick. Full cowling about 20% should do for now. Boosted gear. Boost. The boost starts, but the enemy's attack increases more. Nili boosted gear is a sacred gear that doubles the power every 10 seconds. From how the chainsaw twins, Elenel, were defeated, you won't be able to take him after he gets his third boost. Finish the fight within 20 seconds. Due to his sacred gear ability, he can't fight when he increases his boosts. He will just run away. Aim for his legs, also don't touch his hands. It seems like that person has a shameless move that blows away clothes by touching his opponents. After hearing that, the twins make an expression of fear. That's low, beast. Shut up, it was one time, I did it one time. It's vulgar to think with your lower body. What's wrong with thinking with my lower body? I'm a guy for Satan's sake. But Razor's sister, she understands my weakness very well. Not really. Izuku, I suddenly felt sluggish. No, oh shit, not now. OFA deactivated, making me feel the drawback. Izuku, damn it, why now? Bang. Ouch, shit, they are aiming for my legs now. They low kicked me in my calves. Does a beast girl's kick hurt this much? Are their basic physical bodies high because they are beasts? I can't attack recklessly while the boosted gear is doubling my power. Starting from one where I don't have any time to spare will be the worst scenario. I have to run and evade. Bang. Another low kick. It hurts. It's not only that my legs are shaking because of the pain with this, I can't run away. Booheh. I receive a heavy punch in my face. My blood comes out. Blood from my mouth and nose. Tears starts to come out because of the pain. Ice cunt shit. When Kiba sees my situation, he holds the sword with two hands and starts slashing, so he can defeat Carlemagne quickly. Carlemagne, hold it for another 10 seconds. I know that you can't win against that knight, but we will be able to defeat the dragon user shortly. Keep that knight busy. Razor's sister laughs with enjoyment. Are you just observing like a king? She truly is a bitch. Stomp. Finally, my legs can't move anymore. My knee hit the ground. Crap. I don't have any strength left in my legs. My head starts to get heavy as well. I take too much damage. Shit, if I faint now, I will retire. I don't want that. I don't want to lose while not being of help to Butchu. Ayang. The shock wave shakes the whole field. I look up because I thought it might be, and it was Butchu and Razor fighting. They are clashing against each other by using their crimson demonic power and fire demonic power up in the air. Razor doesn't even have a scratch. Even his clothes aren't ripped. And Butchu, on the other hand, has some parts of her uniform burned. I think she is breathing heavily as well. That's because there is no chance for Rias-sama to win from the beginning. That's how much despair the thing immortal is to you. The thing that Razor's sister said earlier crosses my mind. Lose? Us? Butchu is. What will happen if we lose? Then Butchu will with him. That I won't forgive. I have to stand. I have to stand even if my body gets turned into meat. Is it because I like her? That's part of it. Love is a part of it. But more than that, I have to protect her. I want to protect that person. It's not about the contract or constraint. That person needs to stand strong while wavering her crimson hair. That's Butchu. That's the person who I came to admire. Butchu told me she doesn't want him. Butchu told me to fight. Then I just have to fight. Hey Red Dragon Emperor, answer me if you can hear me. I tried again to activated my quirk, but feeling the pin I didn't care, clenching my teeth shouted, give me strength boosted gear. Dragon booster full cowling 100%. My sacred gear makes a red light. Plus Ofa made my hair stick out and feeling the lighting surround, but it's not enough. This isn't enough, I want more strength. More that time it was Asia, now it's Butchu, answer my feelings boosted gear. Dragon booster second liberation. The gauntlet makes a sound that I have never heard before and there is a change to my left arm. The red aura covers my left arm and it shapes into something. The gauntlet starts to change its shape and form. When the aura disappears, the boosted gear, it changed. The gauntlet, which was said to be a crystallization of insane power, changed into a new form. The jewel that is on the hand part of the gauntlet also shows up on my arm. Therefore it has changed the overlook of it. What is this, I'm wondering about it, and the jewel sends the information to my head. So that's how I use my new power. A smirk appears on my face, naturally on its own. We can still get stronger. Kabaya. I put all my strength to my legs and got up, haha. I can hear screams from various places in my body, but I didn't care. I can't use Ofa for some reason, which blows, but I didn't care, but keep moving for a bit more, my body, and I sprint towards Kiba. Release your sacred gear. Kiba seems confused at my shout. But he put his sword on the ground and howls highly. Sword birth. Ping. The ground glows and lots of demonic swords appears. It's here. I thrust my fist on the glowing ground and shout, boosted gear, the second ability. But the power I increased with my sacred gear, I send the power to the ground. There is only one target, Kiba's ability to create demonic swords. Boosted gear gift. Transfer. Ping. The sound of metal rumbling violently echoes through the area. All of the sports court becomes a sea of swords. There are different shapes of swords in various places where the blades are directed towards the sky. The whole area becomes like a display area of demonic swords. All of them are the demonic swords created by Kiba. The second power, boosted gear gift. The effect is to send the power that I boosted with the gauntlet to other people or objects and increase its power drastically. I sent my power to Kiba's demonic swords through the ground. And this is the result. It increased the power of creating demonic swords and the area around us became a field of blades. Impossible. Are you telling me this is also the power of the dragon? Razor's servants blurt out their anguish. That can't be helped. Their bodies are penetrated by the many sharp swords that are sticking out from the ground. Then their body starts to glow and disappear from the battlefield. They are retiring. Razor Phoenix Ama's 2 pawns, 2 knights, and 1 bishop, retires. Yes, I make a victory pose after hearing Graphius' announcement. But that attack, it took down a large number of their servants. I can do it, we can do it with this new power, gift, Butchu, Akeno-san, and Kiba's power will increase. Oh yeah, we can even enhance Asia's healing ability. Yes, with this new ability we can defeat Razor. Ice-kun. I'm surprised. This power. Kiba looks around at the various demonic swords with an awestruck look. He seems surprised since his ability did more effects than he thought. Yeah, Kiba. I used the gauntlet to strengthen your. That instant, an announcement which we can't believe is revealed. Rias Gremory-sama's queen retires. What? Kiba and I can't believe our ears. Of course I can't believe it. Akeno-san, that can't be. Akeno-san is the strongest out of us. Aion. The ground vibrates violently and I hear a familiar noise. The sound came from where Kiba is. When I look in that direction timidly, I lost my words. Kiba. Our knight is on the ground with smoke coming out from his body. There is blood around him. Even without any time reaching him, his body gets covered with light and he disappears. Rias Gremory-sama's knight retires. Another unbelievable announcement echoes through the field. Can only stand there in a daze with the continued outcome of unexpected events. I'm the only one out in the athletic fields, which were flooded with both the enemies and my comrade. Break. The world of demonic swords that is covering the sports ground. But by losing its master, the demonic swords make a sound and start to shatter one by one. The fragments of demonic swords that float in the air of the sports ground while making a silver glow. It's making a magical atmosphere due to the sparkling lights. All of the demonic swords disappears from the sports ground within few seconds. Without a second to spare, I catch a glimpse of a shadow up in the air. When I look up, there is a magician with a hood. It's Razor's queen. She is supposed to be fighting Akeno-san, but only Akeno-san retired. It doesn't seem like the enemy received any wounds. What is going on? It's not possible for Akeno-san to lose without achieving anything. The knight eliminated. Razor's queen makes derisive laughter while saying that cold word. That moment, I snap. Were you the one who didn't Kiba and Akeno-san? That explosion, yeah. Kaneko also retired because of that explosion created from the demonic power, damn it. She even took Kiba. Come down here, Akeno-san. Kaneko and Kiba, I will avenge them. Come down. I will take you down with my sacred gear. So come doon. I put my fist upwards and provoke the queen. The queen looks at me with a grin and flies off towards the new school building rooftop with her black wings, as if she lost interest in me. Wait, I said wait, damn it. I chase after the queen with my anger. I won't let you go like hell. I will butt you. Is there? Asia is also there. I won't let you hurt any of my comrades anymore. I won't let you slip. Aga. There is no strength in my legs, and I fall. I try to get up quickly, but there isn't any power left in my body. My body won't move because it's shaking like mad. I said that if my comrades were to fall I would, damn it. Even I know it. My stamina has hit its limit. I lasted this long, but this body, even though I was trained, no, I can't give up now. The damage is getting worse and it looks bad. I'm about to lose my mind because my face, arms, legs, and stomach hurts. I also can't think straight because I lost my comrades right in front of me. This is probably because I just witnessed the situation that made me feel as if my heart got ripped out from my body. But I have to stand. What moves me even under this situation is my duty, where I have to go to where Butchu is. I shout out really loudly so I can put my spirit up. It seems like there is a bit of energy left in my legs. Then I can stand. I stand up slowly and I manage to face the direction of the school building. Yeah, I need to go to the rooftop. When I was thinking of going, someone speaks to me. Are you still going to continue to fight? When I turn around, Razor's sister comes down from the sky with her wings of fire. She wasn't eliminated with the demonic swords. Did she evade it by flying? If I think about it, the announcement said only one bishop retired. I make a stance against her, but she shrugs her shoulders. I'm not going to fight anymore. Because no matter how you think about it, it's your group's loss. Shut up. Neither me or Butchu have fallen yet. The power of the dragon from earlier. It certainly was something tremendous. To transfer the power you boosted to the person you choose. I think it's an abnormal power, and thinking of Ryo-sama's power of destruction and Priestess of Lightning powers rising scares me. That power would be a threat to the high-class devils in the raiding game in the future. But it's your group's loss for this battle. Is it because Phoenix is immortal? That's part of it, but also because both you and Ryo-sama barely have any stamina left, correct? Even if you can heal any wounds, you can't heal stamina. In this situation you will lose because you will get even more worn out. Also, Razor's sister takes out a small bottle. What is that? Is it holy water? It can't be. Phoenix's tear. Have you heard of it? This is it. Our tears can heal all types of injuries. Phoenix's tears. Butchu told me about it at the camp in the mountain. But is it even allowed? Don't say it's cheating. Your group also has a person who possesses the twilight healing, correct? She says it as if she read my mind. And it even is in the rule book that only 2 devils participating in the raiding game can use it. It was restricted because it was too powerful. Well, that would be natural. In our case, our queen and myself was in possession of it. That's why our queen was able to defeat the Priestess of Lightning. Also, our tears are sold for high prices. Thanks to that, the House of Phoenix is very wealthy. Only good things happened since the game was created. Immortality and tears, this certainly is our age. Razor's sister starts to speak proudly. Phoenix's tear. And no, if the opponent can heal during battle, then even Akeno-san will. It won't go anywhere if I just think about the negatives. I make up my mind again and walk towards the building. Hold on, are you ignoring me? You are going to lose anyway, so it's safer to stay here with me. Shut up. Just talk to yourself, bird girl. If you get close to me I will end you. Razor's sister makes a stance to defend herself. I move towards the building. After a while, I heard a shrill voice from behind. I got into the building from the back door and am running through the corridor. My goal is the rooftop to Butchu's side. Heartbeat. There is a change of trait inside me. I have met the criteria since I got into the enemy base. Promotion queen. I can feel power within my body. I run through the corridor but sleep. I fell violently in the corridor. I have lost the sense of feeling in my legs. I know the reason for it. My stamina hit the limit, right? Even if I gained a new ability, I don't have the stamina to use it. Even so, I still have to stand. I have to go to the rooftop even if I have to crawl. Akeno-san's gone. Kaneko's gone. Kiba's gone. All of my comrades disappeared from this field. I'm the only member left that can protect Butchu. I have to persistently go to the rooftop. I don't want to lose. I can't lose. Butchu, I will make you win, Butchu. My anger surfaced that it activated Black Whip. I remembered what I did in my past life. Guess I'll do it again. I stood up and let Black Whip help me stand. I'm heading towards Butchu while I shed tears, drool, and blood. I then come to see the door to the rooftop. I open the door vigorously without taking a breath. Butchu and Razor are confronting each other. Asia is looking at them nervously from a distance. Good. They are both safe. But Butchu is inhaling her breath painfully. Her beautiful crimson hair is messed up and her uniform is torn. I then inhale a large amount of air and Ichu Haidu say, here at your sea Irvis. I say it out loudly so everyone on the rooftop can hear me. Everyone's gazes are directed at me. Isan, Butchu and Asia makes a shout of joy. Now I'm here, I can't let the girls wait. The dragon brat, huh. That Ravel, she let him pass, huh. Razor makes a sound with his tongue. It seems like his sister is going through a rebellious age. Thanks to that I got here safely. Then Razor's queen comes down next to him. Razor-sama. Should I take care of the pawn boy and the bishop girl? Also, the power of the pawn boy could be troublesome. His ability to get rid of what his opponents wear. Razor stops his queen who stepped forward with his hand. It would be troublesome if he gets rid of the flame that covers my body. I wonder about that. From that ability and from Ria's pawn's personality, it probably only has an effect on women. I will be their opponent. Then they will also be convinced. What the hell is that? It's the last part, so I will let them do what they want. Is that what he's trying to say? Don't mess around, Razor. The angered Butchu shoots her demonic powerball at Razor's face. He doesn't even dodge it and receives it on his face. His face is blown away, but fire appears from the part of his blown face and starts to form a shape. Razor's face returns to its original shape since the flame turns into his face and hair. Razor starts to twitch his neck as if nothing happened. Immortal. This is the regeneration ability of the Firebird, Phoenix. Rias, resign. You will make your Otu-sama and Surzich's-sama who are watching from another place look bad. You have no more choices. Everyone already has foreseen the outcome. It's checkmate, Rias. Razor says it as if he can see the outcome. But Butchu just glares at him. Shut your mouth, Razor. I won't give up, they knew the outcome. I have no more choices. Me, the king, is still active, you know. Butchu laughs fearlessly. If Butchu says that, then I can continue to fight. It's not over yet, we are going to turn the table. Now I went to Butchu's side and stand between Razor and her. Asia. When I called Asia, she looks at Razor and his queen nervously and then she comes to me. Both Razor and his queen don't even try to shoot Asia, who is moving towards me. I kind of imagined they wouldn't, but for them to have this much confidence. Asia starts to heal mine and Butchu's wounds. When Asia's hand touches me and Butchu, our body starts to get surrounded by a shade of green light. The pain disappears from my body, as if the earlier pain was just my imagination. My swollen face starts to heal, and my numb legs returns back to normal slowly. But my stamina doesn't return. Even if the wounds healed, the stamina hasn't, huh? Asia, stay back after you heal us. Asia puts on a shocked face. Her expression tells me that she didn't imagine for me to say that to her. If Asia stays, then you can heal me and Butchu. You're like our lifeline. Asia has a sad face, and it seems like she wants to say something. But she closes her lips and steps back. This is right. If Asia is safe. Hiya. What I hear Asia scream. What comes into my eyes is the unfamiliar magic circle below Asia's foot. It seems like it is restricting Asia from moving. Sorry about that. It would make you guys seem pathetic if it takes too long. I could have taken that girl down, but I just made sure you guys can't heal anymore. That magic circle can only be unsealed if my queen is defeated. Razor says that plainly. The opponent's queen is putting her hand forward and her fingers are glowing. I see, so that queen is restricting Asia. Shit, Asia is one of our last trump cards, but I don't have the time to complain. The last battle. Butchu. The battle continues, right? Yes it does. Butchu sounds as if she hasn't given up yet. Yeah, we can still do it. But only me, Butchu and Asia are left. And Asia is captured. He on the other hand is immortal. He also has 2 servants as well. The situation is the worst. I make a grin and say it out loudly. But I won't give up, I can still fight. I can continue fighting as long as I can crunch my fist. Well said, Ice, let's defeat Razor together. Yes, Butchu. Butchu orders me proudly like usual. You heard right, boosted gear. My master gave me an order, it's simple. I just need to beat the guy in front of me. Yeah, just that. Let's go. Burst. That is the sound that I shouldn't have listened to. When the jewel makes that sound, my body feels heavy instantly and it feels like my body stopped working. My consciousness is fading, no anything but that. I fall to the ground and vomit what is coming out of my mouth. It's a vomit of blood. I realize it when I see that. I realize that my insides are at their limit as well. The light disappears from the jewel. That's because me, the possessor, has reached the limit and so it has stopped functioning. I don't have any injuries, I can still fight. Razor says it to me who am on the ground. The boosted gear's ability exhausts the possessor more than you can imagine. Doubling your power is something very abnormal. The burden it puts on the body is several times higher than the ordinary sacred gear. You have been running around the battlefield fighting my servants and continued using the boosted gear. Ria's pawn, you already reached your limit a long time ago. Not yet. Even if you say that, even if that is true, I can still. But you who is next to me makes a sad face. I'm sorry for making you worry. It's not a problem. I will stand up now. I will. I put strength in my legs and got up. With enough strength I summoned Black Whip making me stand with me glaring at Riser. Riser, oh what's this, are you pissed st me now dragon boy? Riser, oh what's this, are you pissed st me now dragon boy? But you, let's go. I went running towards Razor. Boohah. Intense pain strikes me, but I still kept going. I lost count of how many times I received this intense pain today. I went down on the ground countless of times using Black Whip to help me and attack Riser who simply dodged my attacks. But you, let's win. I will definitely win. Butchu is already on her knees and isn't trying to stand up. Butchu ran out of her demonic power. She blowed away Razor countless of time, but Razor kept on resurrecting while spreading his fire. As if nothing happened. I need to protect Butchu and Asia, I'm the only one who can protect those two now. Bang. Razor's fist went deep into my stomach and he twists his fist to make it go deeper. Oh. Blood comes out of my mouth. So I can cough out blood even though I already spat out so much blood before. My eyes become blurry, I shake my head so I can make my eyes clear. It's alright, I will win, I will defeat this Razor and will present you with victory, Butchu. Then you will smile, right? If you and Asia will laugh then I. Yeah, Butchu, thank you for training me. I can still stand because of you. I will win. I'm a pawn. I will become the strongest pawn. Yeah, the strongest. Bang. The fist went into my face. It feels like it's moving at slow motion the moment it hits me. I still stood and glared, not given an OFA can't be used, I can't use danger sense, and my boosted gear is offline, the only thing I have is my anger and Black Whip. I can still fight, but you. I will keep the promise. I will win. That's what I thought until I went unconscious. Everything was dark, but the only thing that saw before it went dark was Rias crying and admit defeat. With Riser smirking at me arrogantly. Izuku, no. The stars if OFA plus the green flames shined even brighter than ever, and a voice was here in my subconscious mind. Young Midoriya. Chapter 30. Izuku's POV. Red. I'm having a red dream. Something makes a sudden complaint to me within myself. It's saying that the power I am using now isn't its real strength. Who said that? The sacred gear. The dragon. He moves its lips while shaking its scorching fire. If you are like that then you need to get stronger. I hear something like that in my mind. It's not something I thought inside my head. It came from deep within my heart. No, it came from my left arm. You are an abnormal being who possesses a dragon within you. Don't show such a miserable state. The white guy will laugh at you. Are you that dragon that appeared in that dream? Was that new power up because of you? Yeah, that's what you desired, what I desired, and what the white guy desired. That's why you went into a new phase. Desire? What are you saying? I mean, who the heck is the white guy? He will appear before you sooner or later. Yeah, he and I are destined to fight. Oh yeah, by the way, it's about my power. I will teach you how to use its real power. What are you saying? What on earth are you? Welsh dragon, drag. Hi, do issei no Midoriya Izuku, I'm the one inside of your left arm. Welsh dragon, drag. Losing may be alright. If you don't die, losing can become your strength. However, it only means something if you win the next fight. Lose then win. Then continue to win. If you do that, you will meet him. So what's going to happen between me and him? You will know soon enough. Get stronger for that coming day. I will give you my power anytime you want. However, keep it in your mind that it will come with a sacrifice of something great. I will give you something that is worth a sacrifice. You can show it to those who laughed at you. The existence of a dragon, that is. When I wake up, there is a familiar ceiling above me. It's my room. Why am I here? I try to remember desperately of what happened. I was supposed to be having a match. The raiding game between Butchu and Razor. The stage was the replica of the school I go to. Our base was the old school building, and I was running through the battlefield along with Kiba and Kaneko-chan, aiming towards the enemy's base, which was the new school building. Kaneko fell, Kiba fell, Akeno-san fell, and then . Then I got my mind straight. What happened to Butchu? The match, the outcome, did we defeat Razor? Why am I here? When I got my upper body up. It looks like you are awake. The woman next to me speaks to me. The silver-haired maid, Grafia-san. Grafia-san, the match. What happened to Butchu? Razor-sama won the match. Rias Oja-sama resigned. It can't be. I got speechless. I don't know what to say. Did I lose? Was I beaten by Razor? I acted so big and I couldn't do anything and went down right in front of Butchu. I'm weak. Why am I so weak? Even Asia could have continued to live as a human if I was a bit stronger back then, damn it. Even for Butchu, if I could have used my sacred gear even more effectively, it wouldn't have ended like this. Even if Grafia-san is next to me, I didn't stop myself from crying. I'm so frustrated, but I had to stop for now when I heard from the maid. Currently, the engagement party for Oju-sama and Razor-sama is taking place. It's at the assembly hall in the underworld that was prepared by the House of Gremory. Where are Kiba and the others? They went to escort Oju-sama. The only ones who aren't at the hall who are related to them are Issei-sama and Asia-sama. Asia? So Asia didn't go. Due to Rias-sama's wish, Asia-sama stayed here with me taking care of you, Issei-sama. She went downstairs to get a new towel for you. I see. So Butchu left Asia by my side for me. Looks like I made her worry about me. Butchu engagement, it's probably the middle of the party right now. Can't you come to agree with this? That's how Grafia-sen asked me. Yes. Even if the battle is over, I can't come to accept it. You do know that Rias Oju-sama obeyed the family's decision. I understand that. I know that. Even so I can't agree with something Butchu is against. I don't want to see Butchu who has to obey her parents against her will. That bastard. I don't want to hand Butchu to a bastard like that. I feel nothing but rage thinking about how that bastard is going to be with Rias. I can't accept that. I want. Fufufu. Suddenly, Grafia-san laughs quietly. It's my first time seeing her smile. She always seems cold and calm. You are a very interesting person. For a long time I have seen many devils, however it is my first time seeing someone like you who shows what you are thinking with your face and acts accordingly to what you believes in. My master, Surzucha-sama, was watching your effort in the battle from another place and said that you were interesting. You know. Seriously? Mayu-sama thinks about me like that. If Butchu's brother, who is also the king of devils, calls me interesting, I don't know how to respond to that. Grafia-san takes out a single paper. There is a magic circle written on it and also had something in a bag. This magic circle allows you teleport to the hall of the engagement party of the House of Gremory and House of Phoenix, and also something for you to wear at the party. I have a message from Surzucha-sama for you. She pauses for a second and then speaks with a serious face. If you want to save my sister, barge into the hall. That's what he said. There is also another magic circle on the back of the paper. Please use it when you take back Oju-sama. I am definitely sure that it will be useful to you. I don't know how to respond. Grafia-san leaves the paper with magic circle in my hand and she then stands up and tries to leave my room. When you were sleeping, I felt a very enormous power within you, Issei-sama. The dragon is the only being that didn't form an alliance with either God, the devils, or the fallen angels. If it's that dreadful power, then Grafia-san stops there and left my room. I'm left alone in my room. There's no need to think about it. I got up from my bed and I went to find something to wear. I then found the new uniform on my table. So the old one got torn and damaged that badly in that battle. Did someone prepare this for me? Was it Grafia-san? Or Butchu? Whoever it is, I thank you. I turned to look at the bag that Grafia-san left for me, and when I opened it I was shocked. Izuku, damn indeed, young Midoriya. I stood up straight when I heard that voice. Izuku, it can't be Toshinori. Toshinori, hahaha, it has been a while, young Midoriya, before you always called me All Might. I cried. Izuku, you son of a Toshinori language. I stopped myself from saying that, but I smiled. Izuku, I'm glad to hear from you, but we'll talk later. Right now I've got a party to crash. Toshinori only laughed and accepted, so we can talk later, but before he went silent. Toshinori, before I go, I need to tell you that all the past predecessors of OFA decided to limit you using 100% of its full power and only using only 50%. Izuku, why wait, you all want me to use my sacred gear more so I can get a better handle to it. Toshinori, that's right, Izuku, 50% plus danger sense and black whip are the only powers you'll use, and that's that until you have better handle to your sacred gear, and your dragon partner agreed to this as well. After that he went silent with me just sighing. But that I went to put on the clothing Grafia-san left and it fit well. It happens when I put my suit on and grab the paper. The door opens and Asia comes in. Ai-san. As soon as Asia sees me, Asia drops the towel and bucket of water on the floor. She then jumps into my arms. Thank God. I'm so glad. You slept for 2 days even when your wounds healed. I thought you were never going to open your eyes again, Ai-san. Asia starts to cry in my arms. Oh man, I made her cry again. I try to calm her down while patting her head. More importantly, I was sleeping for 2 days, so 2 days had passed since we lost the match, huh? Asia, listen to me. I'm going to Butchu's side now. She seems very shocked at what I had just said. She seems to know what I'm about to do. It's not to celebrate it, yes. Yeah, I'm going to take back Butchu. It's not a problem. I got my hands on a ticket to go to the hall. I'm going too. Asia said it without a second thought. She has a serious face. Oh man, you can't. You stay here, Asia. I don't want to. I can fight along with you. I learned how to use my demonic powers. I don't want to just be protected anymore. Asia grabs my hand. It feels like she is saying that she doesn't want to be away from me. No, that's what she must mean. No. You will stay, Asia. I will bring Butchu back. You know, boosted gear expertise for something like this. It's alright. I will beat up Razor easily and it isn't alright. Asia raises her voice. Her voice is mixed with her cries. There are tears that are coming out from her greener eyes and she has a very sad face. You will get bloody, battered, and mushy again. Are you going to go through all that pain again? I don't want to see Ai-san in that state ever again. I received critical injuries when I took Asia back from the fallen angel and a group of stray exorcists. I also got battered in the battle against Razor. I probably would have died if I didn't get healed by Asia. I can even imagine Asia crying while healing me. I will probably continue to make this girl go through sadness even from now on. I imagined a bit about the future like that. While putting on a big smile, I grabbed Asia's hand. I won't die. Absolutely. I promise. Remember how I was alive when I saved you? That's why I will be okay. I will not die. I will live and will stay with you even from now on. Asia nods while wiping her tears. Then please promise me one more thing. Promise, please definitely come back with Butchu-san. Asia says that to me with a smile. Yeah, of course. When I answered her like that, Asia smiles really happily. Oh, I remember now. There's something I want to ask Asia. Asia, the truth is, when I told Asia the circumstances I'm in, she agrees to it and went to her room to bring a certain thing, but before she did she went to gave me kiss on the lips and went off leaving me there to blush. And I just smiled but then got serious and changed my hairstyle the new and improved issei haidu. Something like this. Now, the only thing left is I close my eyes and talk within my heart. Boy, come out if you can hear me. You're there, aren't you? Welsh Dragon Drake, if you are there, I need to talk to you. Shortly after I called out to him, a creepy laugh echoes within me. Yeah, what is it, brat? What business do you have with me? I smiled a bit and told him what I wanted to say. Shin. I teleported to an unfamiliar place with the magic circle Graphius gave me. I thought that I couldn't transport because I lack in demonic power, however it seems like it worked, possibly because this magic circle may be special. I look around the place I appeared in. It's a very spacious corridor. On the wall there are rows of candles that is lined up till the end of the building. Oh, there is also a huge portrait of a man with crimson hair on the wall. Is it Butchu's relative? Oh, I don't have the time to be wasting here. I walk towards the direction where I can hear noises. Then there is a gigantic door that is opened. There are huge engravings on the door. Is it a model of some kind of mystical beast? Well, that isn't important right now. When I looked inside from the door, there are lots of devils who are dressed up and are having a good time. These kinds of things are similar to the high society parties of humans. Well, I had never been in one though. Somehow, I imagined it to be like this. I look at the devils slowly to try and find familiar faces. However, it certainly is a spacious hall. Isn't it bigger than the school field? The ceiling is really high up. The enormously gigantic chandelier is also amazing. So this is the hall people from Butchu's household organized. Oh my, rich people sure are amazing. I want to get my peerage quickly and become someone important. When I was thinking something like that, a crimson color appears to my eye. A woman who has her crimson hair tied up. She is wearing a red dress. I knew it with a single glance. Of course. That's because she is the person I admire, so I did what I had to do. I object to this marriage, bitches. I said it so loud that it echoes throughout the hall. It gathers the attention of the devils around me, and Butchu also looks towards my way. That moment, I didn't miss the glimpse of Butchu, who opens her eyes wide and shed a single drop of tear. I also realize that she moves her lips saying ice. The bastard Razor, who is next to Butchu, also notices me. That jerk is trying to show off by wearing a fancy tuxedo, I then declare it after taking a big breath. All the high-class devils here, and Butchu's brother, Mayu-sama. My name is Haidu Issei from Ku Academy. I have arrived to take back Butchu, Rias Gremory-sama. The hall becomes even noisier. Without any care about them, I walk towards Butchu and Razor. Hey, you, do you know where this? The person who seems to be a guard comes to stop me. However, there are those who comes in to stop the guards as well. Ice can leave this to us. It's Kiba. It's Kiba who is wearing a white tuxedo. You're late. A small build girl who is wearing a dress comes in to stop the guards as well. Ara, so you finally showed up. Akeno-san, who is wearing an expensive looking kimono, is also present. All of them are stopping those who are trying to get in my way. Thank you. I thanked them quietly and went towards Razor confidently. When I faced him up front, I say it straight at him. Butchu Rias Gremory-sama's virginity belongs to me. Izuku Buck, I hate this. Ashinori young Midoriya, I didn't know you, those naughty thoughts, hahaha, it's a good thing my master didn't hear them. Izuku, oh please no, you told me before, she gets freaky when she's in the mood. Razor makes a face that you can't explain with words. What's the meaning of this, Razor? Hey Lady Rias. What's the meaning of this? Relatives and authorized people are making unsettled faces, and they are panicking. So the devils, just like humans, gets confused when they face unexpected things, huh? It's an event that I organized. At that moment, a man with crimson hair who was sitting at the far back walks towards us. It's the person who was drawn in the portrait at the corridor. He seems to resemble Butchu. Onisama. Butchu called this man that. Wait, Onisama. Then this person is Mau Surzich's Lucifer-sama. I wanted to see the power of the dragon, so I asked Grafia. Surzicha-sama, you can't do something irresponsible like this. I don't know whose relative he is, but a middle-aged man is panicking. It should be fine. The rating game from last time was very entertaining. But it was a bit disadvantage for my little sister who had no game experience to face off against Razor-kun, who is a prodigy from the House of Phoenix. So Surzicha-sama, you are saying that the last game wasn't fair? No, not at all. If a Mayu such as myself says such thing, then I would be making the old nobles look bad. The connection between the high-class devils is important after all. Mayu-sama says it with a smile. From the way he spoke, is he aiding Butchu? Then, Surzichas. What do you want to do about it? A middle-aged man with crimson hair asks Mayu-sama. Crimson hair is it Butchu's father? Father? I want to make my cute little sister's engagement party into a flashy one. Dragon versus Phoenix. Don't you think it's the ultimate event? To stir up the party by having a battle between legendary creatures. There aren't any entertainment which can surpass this. Everyone in the hall becomes silent with Mayu-sama's words. Surzicha-sama then looks at me. Dragon user Kun. You have our permission. Razor, can you show your power once more right in front of Rias and I? Hearing Mayu-sama's wish, Razor makes a fearless smile. Very well. There is no way I can decline if Surzicha-sama asks me. This Razor will show his last performance before getting married. Looks like he is eager to do this. With this, the stage for the battle between us is set. Only thing left is for me to win. I'm raising my spirit and Mayu-sama asks me. Dragon user Kun, what prize do you want when you win the match? Surzicha-sama, what are you saying? The relative starts criticizing at Surzicha-sama's offer. However. He's a devil, so we need to give him something fitting for it since we are asking him to do something for us. Now then. I can give you anything. A peerage. Or the most beautiful woman. Mayu-sama asks me while ignoring the voices of others around him. That is the best offer I can ask for. My dream lies in there. A peerage. And the most beautiful woman. With one word I can have either of it. However, I have already decided on what I will wish for. I ask you to give me Rias Gremory-sama back. Mayu-sama makes a very happy face when I answer him without any pause. Very well. If you win, you may take Rias with you. But this conversation, it's decided that the battle between Razor and I will commence in this hall. Thank you very much. I bow my head to Mayu-sama who went back to the end of the hall. The center of the hall was cleared in a hurry. The devils in the hall are standing around the space, watching with keen eyes. The club members are sitting in the same place as Butchu. Mayu-sama is also next to Butchu. On the other hand, at the House of Phoenix side, their relatives, their servants, and Razor's sister are sitting there. And Razor and I are confronting each other at the center of the space. So this must be a devil's ring then. I already have my boosted gear on my left arm. Razor has a confident face. Please start. The devil male who is in charge of the battle gave a call for the start of the match. The battle starts. There's no more turning back. Yeah, I just have to win, but before that happens, Razor who has his fire wings out points at my gauntlet. All of your ability is already cracked. A sacred gear that keeps on doubling the power of the user. The boosted gear. Also it seems like you gained a new ability that can transfer the multiplied power into an object or your allies. So he knows about the ability of boosted gear gift. Yeah, I expected it. Also, gift is 1,000,000 times stronger if I fight with my allies. I make a big grin towards Butchu. Butchu? I will finish it in 1 minute. Ice. Butchu makes a doubtful face. It's alright. I will show it to you now. You sure talk big for saying that you will finish it in 1 minute, then I will finish you off in 5 seconds. It won't be like last time, Ria's pawn. Razor Phoenix, I'm going to crush you down with everything I got. Butchu, please allow me to use promotion here. Butchu nods at my request. Heartbeat. I heard the noise within me. This feeling is the approval from Butchu who is allowing me to use promotion. Promotion queen. I then promoted to the ultimate piece. I can feel the power that is coming from within me. The start of the battle will be the climax. Here's the next one. Let's go. Red Dragon Emperor, let's go. My sacred gear. Butchu. I shout towards Butchu. I don't have talent for swords like Kiba. I'm not a genius like Akeno-san at using demonic power. I don't have a crazy strength similar to Kaneko, nor do I have a healing power like Asia. Even still, I will become the strongest pawn. I promise. I promise you, Butchu. For you, I will even beat God with this boosted gear, and not only that, but my own power. I will make sure that I will protect you. I will definitely protect you and become stronger along with my comrades. It's time. Feeling alpha coursing through me, remembering my past life and my life. Your life issei, and I'll definitely win this. Chi and over boost. Bulch Dragon over booster. The jewel in the gauntlet releases a red light. The red light shines throughout the entire hall. A deep crimson color aura covers me. This power. Your power is flowing into me. Yeah, use it. However, only for 10 seconds. Your body can't endure more than that. I know that, Drake. I will settle it in 10 seconds. That's right. With 10 seconds you will. Yeah, if I have 10 seconds I can. We can take him down. I leap forward while emitting a red aura. My body is equipped with a red armor. A plate armor that has the motif of a dragon. The whole armor has a sharp shape. The gauntlet I always have on my left arm also is equipped to my right arm. The jewel that was present on the gauntlet also appears on both my arms, shoulders, knees and the middle of the torso. On the back there is something like a rocket booster propulsion. An armor you made the power of Sekiryu shape into a physical form. Razor is shocked. His comment is acute. Well, I do look like a small red dragon. Even my face is covered by the armor. This is the power of the Emperor of Dragons, the Balance Breaker. Boosted gear scale mail. If you want to stop me, go and ask Mayu-sama. After all, it seems like this is the hated forbidden technique. The scale mail's ability is to release as a destructive power for 10 seconds. Once released, I will be invincible for 10 seconds. However, there is a big risk. 10 seconds after unleashing this ability, I won't be able to use my sacred gear for 3 days. That's how the Red Dragon Drake explained to me. So it's a sink or swim invincible mode. X. The count starts. Since this is activated, there's no time to spare. I will end this right away, Razor Phoenix. I lift a little gap between my hands while bringing them close and then created a massive demonic power between my hands. I shoot it towards Razor right away. The demonic power created from the palm of my hand got enormous and went towards Razor. What an enormous amount of demonic power. It's so huge that it takes up about half the size of this hall. Even I, who shot it, is shocked. It's enormous. Since it was so big that it betrayed Razor's prediction, he chooses to evade it instead of taking it. This is the chance. X. The countdown has already started. I know. I jump towards the place where Razor will possibly run to. The propeller located on the back of the armor releases a demonic power. That instant, it releases an explosive speed. Because of the G-force, I can't move my body, however it reduces the distance between me and Razor. Since I'm coming towards the place he ran to in an insane speed, Razor puts on a shocked face and he makes a stance while not having any countermeasure for it. I got in close and bulldozed him through the gut, making him spit blood and pushed him back. Crash. He crashed into the wall, but he got back up and gave me blow to the face, but it didn't damage the armor, but it did made me pissed. 8 seconds left. Razor becomes more vigilant than before after seeing my attacks. His body starts to get covered in a rainbow color aura. I can feel his enormous demonic power with my skin. Shitty Sekiryu brat, sorry, but I won't hold back. I don't want to admit it, but right now you are a monster in front of your master, Rias, Pierish. A giant pair of wings of fire appears on Razor's back who was howling. There's a whirlwind of fire surrounding him and the hall is surrounded by an intense fire. It's so strong that even the devils who are within this hall starts to create a barrier to protect themselves. It must mean that there won't be a bone left if you get hit by that. Firebird and Fengyuang, the hellfire of our clan that was praised as being that of a phoenix, taste it with your own body and turn into ashes. Razor, who is covered in flames, rushes towards me really fast. There is an insane amount of flames right in front of me. The silhouette resembles a gigantic firebird. The intense mass of fire that are created from his wings. Will it be bad if I touch it? The fire of the immortal bird phoenix can also leave a scratch on the scale of dragons. It isn't a good idea to continue being hit by it. Is that so, Drag? I powered OFA at 40%, causing the arcs to form, and this brought the audience to be curious. There's no way that I will perish from a crappy fire like yours. I run towards him while shouting. The propeller on my back releases fires made up of demonic power. Hit. When both of our fists hit each other's face, it shakes the whole hall because of the impact created from our powers clashing. At the center of the hall, Razor and I started exchanging punches. Do I get struck by a heavy impact every time I get hit by his attack? Then a hot flame attacks me. It's hot shit. It's so freaking hot. The temperature of the flame I feel from Razor's fist. If I didn't have this armor on, then it may not have left a bone for real. Are you scared? Are you afraid of me? Of course you are merely a trash. If you didn't have a boosted gear, if you didn't have that armor, then you would have perished before my fist reached you. That's right, if you take that gauntlet off, then you have no value. He's saying whatever he feels like and I pushed back a bit and clenched my fist. Izuku, like old times, it's time. Izuku Detroit's may I send him a serious dose of pressurized wind that hit him to the face, pushing him back and hit the ground. I got in close to him and punched him again. I then pulled out a certain thing that I was hiding in a section of my gauntlet. Bang. My fist hit right into Razor's face with a cross counter. Razor bends back. That won't work on. Cough. There are a lot of blood coming out from Razor's mouth. My hit was critical against Razor. Of course. After all, I am holding onto this with my hand. I open my hand and show what I'm holding onto to Razor. The cross. You have a cross. Razor is shocked. I can even hear screams from the devils inside this hall. That's right, an item that devils are weak against. The cross. I punched Razor while holding onto it. It's the thing I borrowed from Asia. I got it from her on my way here, which I hid it away. I punched you while increasing the effect of the cross with my sacred gear. A holy attack that is increased drastically can even be used against high-class devils. Even if you are the immortal bird phoenix, you won't be able to heal this attack that easily, right? Absurd crosses bring intense suffering to devils, even if you wear a dragon's armor, touching it is absolutely foolish. That instant, Razor notices the change on my left arm for the first time. You won't notice my left arm is only a section of the dragon's armor that is covering my whole body, but you will be able to notice it if you take a good look at it. The difference between the whole armor that looks like it is made up of inorganic material and my left arm that is continuously giving out a pulse. Did you give your left arm to the dragon residing in the gauntlet, so that's the reason for your insane powers? Yeah, that's right. I gave my left arm in order to use this power for a temporary period. My left arm is the arm of an actual dragon. That's why a cross doesn't work on me. Changing my left arm was the sacrifice needed to use Drake's absolute powers. I gave my left arm so I could fight on par with Razor. The gauntlet became a part of my left arm. If you do that, then your left arm won't return to normal, do you know that? What about it? The countdown is decreasing while we are talking about useless things. But you will come back just with one arm of someone like me, you know. It's a pretty cheap deal, don't you think? Razor's eyes changes after hearing what I just said. You're crazy, so that's why you can hit punches without any hesitation. You are scary. I have become scared of you for real, for the first time. And for that, both of Razor's wings turns into a bigger flame. I'm going to beat you with everything I have. Firebird. He rushes towards me while the surroundings are engulfed by fire. I won't lose, I will not lose. Ooh. I put all my power to the cross I'm holding on to. One hit, I will put everything I have into this cross. Razor's fist and my fist, they crash against each other. Flash, the clash between two incredible powers. A flash created from the collision blinds my eyes. I can also feel the sensation of the things I'm wearing disappears. The same feeling you have when you take your raincoat off when you get home on a rainy day. It's similar to that. At the same time I can feel the heat that is surrounding my body. It's hot like crazy until before I didn't feel anything hot like this. When I got my sight back I realized a change in me. The armor is gone. The armor of a red dragon that was covering my whole body disappeared. Unprotected body. The only thing left is my left arm of a dragon and Ofa flowing around me. My cross that seemed to have been knocked off during the previous attack is lying on the floor a bit away from me. Hey Drake, what's gone on? Don't yell me, it's already been 10 seconds. No. The price you paid to attain my power was enough. But your basic stats are too low to control my powers. You lack training. Damn it, I trained that much with everyone and yet I'm lacking it. That was nothing compared to the long life of devil. A training of devils means something if you train for dozens of years. Damn it, I don't need things like that now. Give me the armor one more time. What do I have to pay this time? My eyes, my legs, I will give you anything. Using the second armor in this short time is impossible for you now. Damn it, why now? The moment the power of the armor disappeared, I transferred a bit of the power to the jewel. You can overwhelm Razor Phoenix for a short time, but that's it. To beat those from Phoenix Clan, and remember you still have one more trump card on you. Yeah, you're right, in my current situation I won't be able to take him down, even if I best him many times, as Ikenofa became weaker because of this body I'm in. My strong mentally, but not physically using this power. Yeah. Sadly, you won't be able to beat him many times with the current power of the gauntlet. Even the multiplied power is far from close to the absolute power. You don't have either of the two. Grip. I was grabbed strongly by my collar. It's Razor. I got lifted up from the ground while having my neck choked. Razor chokes me strongly while smirking. I praise you for doing this well for a pawn. You really did well. To be honest, I didn't expect you to do this well. The power of the dragon user, I was able to taste that with my own body. If you had a year, no 6 months for you to get used to your dragon's power, I would have lost. He doesn't seem to be joking. He has a serious face. If it's only 6 months, then wait for the marriage for another 6 months, that's what I want to say. Razor's clothes and body are worn. Like I thought, even for Razor, who had a very high regeneration ability, the rate to heal the damage from holy attacks is taking long. His wings of fire are smaller than before. So he received quite a lot of damage from me. There's nothing you should feel ashamed about. I will train you after I become Ria's groom. You will become a strong devil. Shut up, that's none of your business. Now, it's about time I put you to sleep. You will lose consciousness for a short while. By the time you wake up, the ceremony would have finished safely. You don't want to suffer any more than this, right? I'm not a sadist, so I will end this right away. Razor puts on a face that he has confirmed his victory. I'm going to lose. No, that will be unforgivable. Please definitely come back with Butchu-san. Yeah, I know, Asia. First of all, aim to become the strongest pawn. Yes, I know, Butchu. Let's go home together. Akeno-san, Kiba, Kaneko, Asia, and I are all waiting for your return. That's why. I take out a small object from my pocket. To extinguish fire you need water, right? The thing I'm holding on to is a small bottle that contains holy water. This was the other thing I prepared before I came here. An item that doesn't have that much effect against high-class devils. If the devils here in the hall sees this, then they will have just laughed with their nose. However, Razor's face turns pale. That's right. What do I possess in my left arm? What ability does my left arm have? Answer me, Razor Phoenix. Damn it. Razor's hand that is choking me becomes even stronger. My throat is about to get crushed, but before that, I opened the lid and sprinkled the holy water on Razor. I then multiplied the effect of the holy water to the level that the high-class devils can't ignore. Boosted gear gift. Transfer. The multiplied power flows from my gauntlet to the holy water on Razor's body. Prod. It was too late by the time Razor realized my attack. The transferred power multiplied the effects of the holy water on Razor's body. Boil. The sound of the water vaporizing from fire echoes throughout the whole hall. Razor's wings of fire starts to look weird because he can't maintain its form. The holy water burns Razor's body insanely. There is smoke coming out of his whole body. I got out from his grip and take my distance while holding onto my throat. Man, he choked me really hard. Big I. Razor starts to writhe with the effect of the holy water. Is he going to die? No, even if the effect of the holy water has increased, it won't be simple to kill someone from the Phoenix clan. Is that right, Drake? However, the effect of the holy water extinguishes a lot of their stamina and their force of will. Even if it's a phoenix who can come back to life from ashes, losing a great amount of stamina and force of will is he won't be able to recover his emotional strength right away. Smoke. The smoke that is coming out from Razor's body weakens. What's left is Razor who has a worn out body and clothes. I pick up the cross from the ground with my dragon arm. I hold it tight and put my power in it. I also sprinkled the second holy water I was hiding on my hand. Asia told me this. That devils are weak against the cross and the holy water. So increasing the ability of both of them at the same time would give enormous damage to devils, right? Razor, who is suffering from the effect of the holy water, makes a scared face after seeing my next move. I look around Razor and his surroundings. There is nothing except Razor. Yeah, there's no problem. Tiba told me this. To widen my line of sight and look towards the enemy and its surroundings. I gather all of the demonic power in my body at one point. I then changed it to a dragon's power and transfer it to the holy water and cross. Transfer. But this, the holy attack gained incredible powers. Akeno-san told me this. To gather the demonic power that flows throughout your whole body. To concentrate and feel the wave of the demonic power. Yeah, even an idiot like me can feel it, Akeno-san. I then changed my stance so I can hit my opponent and my body changes surrounded me, causing small bit 9F flames to cover me. Kaneko told me this. When you hit someone, aim at the middle of the body and nail it deep into their body accurately. They were all the things I learned from the training. Yeah, everyone. I remembered them all. They all became useful. I'm going to take back Butchu with the power of everyone. When I aimed my fist at Razor, he starts to panic. Hold on, do you even know what you are doing? This engagement is important and necessary for the future of devils. It's not something a devil brat like you can butt into. My eyes changed, making them look like slits with my eye color, changing the dark emerald like green. I don't know anything complicated. But there's something I remember vaguely when I lost against you and became unconscious. Butchu was crying. She was crying, and she was also crying before. That reason is enough for me to beat the shit out of your I was then surrounded in flames with Ofa at 50%. Bang. My fist that has the cross and the effects of the holy water along with the flame and lighting, nails deeply and accurately into his stomach. Razor takes a few steps backwards while coughing blood. For me to lose like this, he said that and falls on the ground. He doesn't stand up after that. I glance at Razor who doesn't seem to show any movements. With it the flame subsided, along with Ofa with my suit a bit torn and my hair over my eyes. I sighed, glad it was over, then I walked towards Butchu. Then someone gets in my way. It's Razor's sister. She glares at me silently and seems like she wants to complain to me. I point my dragon arm towards her and then say, if you have a complaint, then come to me. I will take you on any time. Razor's sister backs down because of my intensity and makes a path for me. I went past Razor's sister and stand in front of Butchu. I say it to her while smiling. Butchu, let's go home. I then look at the person next to Butchu. It's a dandy man with crimson hair. It's Butchu's father. I walk in front of him and bow my head down. Then I say it clearly. I will take back Butchu, Rias Gremory-sama. I'm very sorry for my actions. But I will be taking Butchu with me. Butchu's father doesn't say anything and closes his eyes. Mayu-sama, who is supposed to be sitting next to him, isn't there and is gone. I want to thank him. I will, the next time I see him. I take Butchu's hand. I then take out the magic circle that Graphius-san gave me. I think she told me to use the magic circle on the other side of the teleporting one after I retrieved Butchu. When I turn the paper around, there's a glow. What appears from the magic circle is a four-legged beast with wings that I can't even tell whether it's a lion or an eagle. Griffin. I heard someone in the hall saying that. Oh, so this guy is called Griffin. So is Grafia-san telling me to escape from here by writing this? Roar. Griffin makes a roar and then starts to move towards the hole I made earlier. I say it to Kiba and the others before I left. I'll be waiting at the club room. With my words, everyone waves their hands at me with a smile. And the griffin flies up to the sky of the underworld while carrying me and Butchu. Lord Phoenix. I'm very sorry that this engagement turned out like this. I know it's rude but this engagement. You don't have to say any more, Lord Gremory. It was a good engagement for pure devils, but it looks like we both had too much greed. Both of us already have pure devil grandchildren. Maybe it's the greed as devils that made us crave for it. Or is it because we saw hell in the last war? No, I also forced my greed onto my daughter. His name was Haidu-kun, correct? I wanted to thank him. What my son lacked was defeat. He overestimated the ability of our clan. This will also be a good lesson for my son. Phoenix is not absolute. Just learning that was enough for this engagement, Lord Gremory. Lord Phoenix, your daughter has a good servant. Looks like the underworld won't be bored in the future. But, I never would have thought that my daughter would pick it up. Welsh dragon. I couldn't believe that loathsome existence actually came to our side until I saw it. Then the next will be ... Yes, it must be. No, perhaps it already exists. Vanishing dragon. It's a matter of time until the red meets the white. Unlike the sky of the humans' world, the color of the underworld sky is purple. It looks beautiful, and also mysteriously it gives me a sense of security. Touch. Butchu's hand touches my cheek while I was looking at the sky. You dummy, she says it with a bitter smile. Butchu seems to have a relieved expression. It seems like she was finally released from something painful. Butchu becomes speechless when she sees my left arm. She is touching my left arm with a sorrowful face. That may be the appropriate reaction. My left is covered with red scales, and it became so abnormal that it has sharp claws coming out of it. Your arm. So you gave your arm to the dragon as a price to borrow that power, right? Yes, and not only that but it helped, and thanks to that I was able to defeat Razor and get Butchu back. I put on a smiling face, but Butchu narrows her eyes and looks even more sad. You know that this left arm won't turn back to normal anymore, don't you? I'll figure out a way to turn it back, it's no problem. Asia will definitely cry if she finds this out. Ugh, she will definitely cry. I have been continuing to make that girl cry. You may have broken this engagement. But a new engagement might be brought in, you know. If you keep on doing this. I give my answer with a smile to Butchu, who is putting on a sad expression that is until I lifted her chin and got close to her. Then I'll do whatever I can to make sure it doesn't happen. I've already given away my arm and also my heart. And this made her shocked at that, but I stopped her so I can continue speaking. But I will keep on saving Butchu. That's the only thing I can do. You've given me the chance to live again. Rias, I owe you for that. You're the person who I care for, and that's because I am Rias Gremory's pawn, and it's my duty to protect my king. Right after I said that, my lips got blocked. The thing that is blocking my lips is ... Butchu put her hands around my neck and put her lips on top of mine. It's not something that happened for an instant. The kiss. I can feel her feelings from this soft kiss. Her soft lips and the smell of her crimson hair. I got in close and deepened the kiss. After about a minute we overlapped our lips, Butchu's lips left mine. Then Butchu laughs. That was our third kiss. Eyes, thank you. Well, thank you for giving me our third kiss. It was nice. You did something that's worth having a kiss. It's a reward. She says it while smiling at me. Speaking of kiss, do you really want my virginity that much? I do. I answered her straight away. Buck. Kashinori, ha, you really have it down, do you? Izuku, ha, oh man. Izuku, shouldn't you be sleeping, old man? Kashinori's sleep is for the weak. Geez, you really are honest with these kinds of things. Butchu seems to have a troubled expression, but she is smiling. Butchu starts to pat my cheek while I was apologizing inside my head. Butchu just laughs happily. I'm so glad. I'm really glad that Butchu is smiling again. So, like how I just explained, I, Rias Gremory, will also be living in this house. I might be inexperienced, but please take care of me, Otu-sama, Aka-sama. At the living room of Haidu residence. A crimson hair beauty next to me is greeting my parents. And there was another beauty with blonde hair next to me with teary eyes and unpleasant face. She seems to be in a very bad mood. After that incident, Butchu suddenly said she would live with me. I can't understand what she meant, but she mostly forced herself to make this happen. She did say, I want to strengthen the relationship with my servant, but is she really okay if it's my house? I may not be able to understand how high-class devils think. And, like that, the engagement thing between the House of Gremory and the House of Phoenix was cancelled. Butchu is also happy, so it's a happy ending. That bastard Razor went into a slump after experiencing his first defeat of his life. Oh, what should I do? Asia-chan and Ria-san, so I will be having 2 daughters now. My mom, after living with Asia, started to adore Asia like her own daughter, so she was okay with another girl coming in. My dad on the other hand is crying hard. Yup. It's a guy's dream after all. I mean, to have lots of girls you may be able to fulfill the dream I had when I was young. Oh, I see. I am this person's son after all. I can't believe that he also had the same dream as me. And the crucial left arm of mine on the other hand. It's still an arm of a dragon. But thanks to Butchu and Akeno-san researching seriously about dragons, it reverted back to a human's arm in everyday life. Apparently, by decreasing the aura of the dragon, you can stop it from dragonifying. I have to do something every few days to reduce my dragon's powers. If I don't, it will revert back to a dragon's arm. Well, I was able to get Butchu back. Like I thought, it certainly was a cheap deal and not only that, but I gave my heart away as well. What a surprise when I finished Riser. I also gave him a dose of a bit of dragon fire. Turns out, I'm a hybrid of a devil hymen and dragon wow. Though the way to reduce the dragon's power is quite erotic. Gufufu, I never thought Butchu and Akeno-san will do those kind of thing for me. In other words, having this arm is a good thing. Braig became silent after that. Even if I talk to him, he won't talk back. There are so many things I want to ask him, but now I'm able to talk to Toshinori, which is good, but the other predecessors are silent. It'll take some time to talk to them and see them again. The white guy, the thing Drake was talking about. Apparently that thing is coming for me. I don't know what that thing is, but first, I need to do something about the situation. Now, Ice. We have your parents' permission. With this I am a member of this family. So can you take my luggage to my room right away promptly? Sure. Ice, and I will help as well. Asia follows behind me. Oh, looks like there's only hope for polygamy, but it will be against the teachings of God, but at this rate. What was that about the polygamy? It's nothing. When I ask her, she looks in the other direction. She seems to be in a bad mood ever since Butchu came here. Did Asia hate Butchu? Here, Ice. That will go over there. She starts to order me around as soon as I brought the luggage into her room. Yes, Ice, I want to take a bath after this. Yeah, I will wash your back for you. Are you serious? Geez, if you are having a bath together, then so will I-san and Butchu-san, please don't leave me out of this. Asia starts to complain with teary eyes. Asia, you can't compete with Butchu, it will become even more stimulating. Asia. I'm sorry, but this is how it is. Is it alright if this is a proclamation of war? Ooh, I don't want to lose, but it seems like I will lose. Somehow, I think there are sparks between the two. Just like Butchu, and just like Asia, I really can't understand how girls think. Is it even possible for me to have a harem at this rate? Yes, there is. However, there's one thing I know. It looks like my everyday life will be getting even livelier and it's going to get even more crazy. Toshinori, you got that right, young Midoriya. So when she going to get laid? Izuku, dude, seriously? Toshinori, why don't blame me, blame the body you inhabit. Yep, crazy indeed. Chapter 31, Izuku's POV. Done. I can hear a seductive voice. Yeah, it's coming from very close to me. When I look next to me, the one who is sleeping there is the crimson-haired one, Isama, Rias Butchu. My master, who is a high-class devil. She basically forced herself into my home several days ago and has started living with me. She seems to have come in my bed before I noticed, and she happens to be naked. No, I knew about it. Butchu told me herself that she sleeps naked, and she even did the same thing to me when I was sleeping on the infirmary bed at school. I mean, her breast is completely touching my left arm, and my left hand is completely covered by something that is extremely soft. It must be her thigh. My left hand is between her two thighs like a sandwich, a thigh sandwich. Thanks to that, I am in a situation where I can't move. This only happened just a few days after she started living with me. I thought it was going to feel awkward living with Butchu, but if this kind of thing continues, then I am all for it. Banzai shit. Oh, you're awake. Yeah, I am. When I woke up, it was like this, so I didn't know what to do. Well, that's how I actually feel. I have no idea what I should do. And since my master has woken up, I'm even less sure of what I'm supposed to do, but not for long. I'm sorry. I felt like sleeping while using you as my hugging pillow. I came in after you went to sleep. That kind of thing happens. I really can't understand Butchu's feelings. Butchu then hugs the left side of my body even stronger. What should we do? It might be wonderful to stay like this until it's time to wake up. Maybe doing something a little bit naughty would be a good way to communicate with my adorable servant. Ju. Butchu, I'm also a guy, so if you say things like that, do you feel like attacking me? Butchu replies with a naughty voice. Why is Butchu so good at stimulating me this much? Saying those things caused my eyes to change and a low growl to form around my neck. Sure, I'll do anything that will please you. Having her whisper me with her hexy voice, my mind is about to go somewhere else. I smirked, grabbing her to be below while I'm on top. Izuku, you really know how to get a guy excited. Rias. When she heard me say her name and the way I looked at her, she was blushing and her breath was getting shallow like she was in heat. Rias, Ice, please take me. I simply smiled more and went to give her kiss on the lips, with her grabbing my shirt and pulling me more to her body while we were fighting for dominance. I then grabbed one of her breast, making her moan until I decided to lick her nipple, making her squirm from my touch, and was growling even even more and went down to her nether region to have a taste of her flower, but before that can happen. Knock knock. Someone was knocking at my door which caused me to stop what I was doing. Ai-san. It's almost time for morning training. The voice I hear from the other side is Asia's. I think it was a good timing, otherwise I wouldn't be able to hold back. My eyes turned back to normal while Rias was looking at me, pouting that our little fun was interrupted. Every morning, I do hard training to increase my demonic powers so I can get another handle to it, and I also do more physical training in order to increase my chance to do balance breaker again, or that other power, the power that made me give away my heart and in return made me develop a dragon heart. I still train while Butchu, and I also let her train as well, even though she's powerful, her being physically powerful honestly 5/10, but at least she coaches me, which helps. Asia supports me by acting like a manager. Thank you very much, Rias. Asia. Ai-san. Are you still sleeping? No, I'm awake. Wait a bit, I'm still changing, so wait for me downstairs. That's right. I can't let Asia see the situation. It's already bad enough since Asia has started to have a rivalry towards Rias ever since she started living here. I don't know why Asia looks at Rias like that, but Rias has also accepted the challenge. Well, they usually talk normally, so it doesn't seem to be a serious fight. Anyway, can the two of you please get along? I don't want to see girls fighting. Without even knowing what was going through my mind, Butchu puts on a devilish smile which made me panic. Asia, wait for us a bit longer. Both Ice and I need to get ready. Butchu says that to Asia, who's on the other side of the door. Butchu, why are you making it worse? Even if she's on the other side of the door, I can imagine Asia being speechless. Open. My bedroom door is open violently. Asia then sees me, with my upper body up, and Butchu. Asia has teary eyes. She seems really displeased and is making an unpleasant face. Butchu hugs my left arm after seeing Asia's face. Hey, Butchu. Good morning, Asia. Butchu smiles. Asia, who's really mad, shakes her body. Then she puts her hand on her clothes. Asia-san. I will also get naked, I don't want to be left out. But Asia, seems like today will also start with a stimulating situation. That was when my alarm clock went off. Itadakamasu, breakfast time. Butchu and Asia are sitting beside me while trying to avoid looking at my face without blushing. After the whole Isa getting naked, my right instincts kicked in, and well, I enjoyed a bit of foreplay with the girls, and this caused them to scream in pleasure, but unfortunately for me, I didn't give them the D, so here we are enjoying our breakfast. Well, not to me. I was getting a vibe from Asia, who's in a bad mood from the morning even today. Well, if Asia, who was a former sister, saw that situation, then she would think it's impure. Wait, then that I will also get naked sounds weird. Then why is she angry? Wait, she wanted to continue up in my room. Oh Satan, I really made her impure. But Rias on the other hand doesn't seem bothered and is eating while having a lively talk with my parents. Oh my, so Rias-san can make delicious Japanese food as well. Thank you, Otu-sama. I have already been living in Japan for a while, so I learned quite a bit of cooking. Yes, as for this breakfast we are eating now, Butchu made some of it. Like this fried egg, which is very delicious, that I have been eating a lot of them since earlier. It's seriously good. Ice, there's more, so eat in a calmly manner. Why yes, Butchu. I didn't find out until Butchu started living with me, but Butchu is good at cooking Japanese food, Western food, and Chinese food. She has a wide range of cooking skills and can cook food of the finest quality. I thought she would be bad at these kinds of things because she is a princess, but it's the opposite. She doesn't just live in Japan by herself for nothing, so she can do all sorts of things like cooking, washing and cleaning. I don't like it if a person says that I can't do these things because I am a princess. I want to do what I am capable of doing. That's what she told me before. You are amazing, Butchu. My master is dependable even in normal day life. And Asia, who looks at Butchu as her rival, started concentrating on learning Japanese culture after she saw the gap between her and Butchu. But Asia is also amazing. She started to learn Japanese letters in a short time. She already mastered hiragana and katakana and was moving to learn how to read and write kanji now. She probably knows how to read the kanji of grade school levels now. It's mostly because she worked hard, but also because she seems to have a talent for studying. She just started school, but she has no troubles with mathematics, science and languages. Plus, she said she enjoys studying, which may also be the reason why she is a fast learner. There are some subjects where she teaches me instead. I'm supposed to be her guardian, but I didn't mind. I have to at least get back my mojo in training and also mentally as well. Asia, who enjoys everything, started to have a rivalry towards Butchu when she gets involved. Asia is amazing even from my point of view because she is a hard worker, but if you compare her with Butchu is several times better in terms of cooking. Asia's food tastes good as well, but her opponent is too. I then drink some miso soup. This miso soup that Butchu made is delicious. Tears are coming out of my eyes. Girls who are good at cooking are so appealing. Especially if that happens to be our beautiful girl who is in one Isama, then I have nothing to complain about. Rip. Asia, who still has a troubled face, grips onto my clothes from under the table. It's Asia's habit that she only shows to me. When she gets in a bad mood, she does this to me without saying a word. Well, this behavior of her is really lovely and cute. Yeah, I guess this is how a little sister would act. Oh, I forgot to mention this to you, Ice. Today the club members are coming here, but you tells me. Kaneko and the others. Are we doing something in my house? Yes, I'm thinking about having the occult research club meeting here. At my house. Do you remember what I said before? It's about time to clean the whole old school building. Apparently they asked the cleaners to clean it. Half of that is a lie. The truth is that she uses her familiar to clean the building. She said it like that to explain it to my parents. So we will be doing the occult research club activity at my house, But you bows her head down at my parents. I'm very sorry, Okusama. That's alright, Ria-san. I heard that you are taking good care of Ice. I'm also happy that Ice has more female friends. Dad nods at Mom's words. She's right. I like Mitsuda-kun and Motohama-kun, but I think it's also important to have a friend who plays safe. You can't enjoy youth by staying in your room and talking about naughty stuff. That's right, Otu-san. Mitsuda-kun and Motohama-kun are good boys, but they have lewd eyes. Well, they are lecturer students, so it's obvious that they are a bad influence for Ice. And since Asia-san and Ria-san are living here now, I don't want them to enter this house anymore. The girls will get stained. They are talking about whatever they want about you guys, Mitsuda and Motohama. I can't back you up because they are saying the truth. But Mom, you know it's good to have friends whom you can talk freely to. They are just like that, and the reason why I had fun until now is because of them. So we will have the activity here today. Please take care of us, Ice. I wonder how it will turn out after this. Time skip, and this is a picture of Ice when he was in grade school. So he went into the beach naked. Hey Akeno-san, hey Mom, stop showing her things. Having a meeting, The orc meeting, which was supposed to take place in my house, was crumbled by the album Mom brought. Okay, do all moms have to show embarrassing photos of their child? I'm having a signs of deja vu. Senpai's embarrassing past. You also can't look, Kaneko. If it were issei, he would be crawling away because of this embarrassment. I think I remember Mom saying this before. One day when you bring lots of girls to our home, I want to show them your album. She thought that it would end in a dream because I'm unpopular with girls, but life turned around and it changed into this situation. Well, her dream came true. Okay, I'm literally having deja vu. Small Ice. But I'll be embarrassed if you stare at a picture of me when I was a child like that. Rias, why are your cheeks red? Ice when he was a child, Ice when he was a child, Ice when he was a child, Ice when he was a child. That's what I was hearing from her, but she seemed satisfied. But is the picture of me when I was a child your taste? Is Butchu a Shotokan? I never heard her being as such. I think I know how Butchu-san feels. Asia grabs Butchu's hand. Her eyes are sparkling. So you also know how I feel. I'm so happy. Hey. Both of them went to another world. Even Kiba is looking at the album with a smile. Oh oi, Kiba, you don't look. I try to take the album from Kiba's hand, but he dodges it smoothly. Don't worry about it. Let me enjoy your album a bit more. Don't enjoy it. I try to take it back again, so I jump at him, but he dodges it again as if it was nothing. Damn, his skills are more defined than mine. Just like how Asia sees Butchu as her rival, I also look at Kiba as my rival, but in a good way. Just like how Butchu is a big obstacle to Asia, Kiba is also a big obstacle to me. But I will definitely surpass him one day, yeah, hopefully. When I was making my new devotion, Kiba stares at a particular page. Rather than enjoying it, he seems to have surprised eyes. I got close to him and also look at the page he is staring at. There is a picture of me, well, issei, when he was in kindergarten. There is a photo of me and another boy of my age with someone who seems to be his father. I remember this boy. He's the boy who used to live close by when I was in kindergarten. We played hero play a lot together. He went to another country before moving up to first grade because of his parents' work. I haven't seen him since then. But why did Kiba take an interest in this photo? Kiba points at the boy's father on the photo. To be more accurate, he is pointing at the thing the boy's father is carrying. The sword. I think it's a fake sword, but the boy's father is carrying an old European sword. Do you remember this? Kiba asks me seriously. Hey, the tone of your voice is different. No, since I was really small back then. Things like this happen, To find it in an unexpected place. Kiba laughs by himself. But his eyes are filled with so much hatred that it made me shiver. This photo is the start of a particular incident. This is a holy sword. Chapter 32. Izuku's paw. Bang. The dull clanging of metal reverberated through the azure sky. Alright. I've got this one. I promptly caught the soaring baseball with my gloved hand. Nice catch, Ice. Butchu smiled and gave me a thumbs up. We, the Occult Research Club, were practicing baseball on the backyard of the old school building, where no grass was growing. Nope, this isn't a devil's job. Next week is Highschool Academy's ball tournament. It's a battle between clubs that we can't lose. So said Butchu with a firm voice. Yeah, one of the school's biggest events, the ball tournament, was closing in. Overall, it is an event where we play ball-related sports such as baseball, soccer, basketball, and tennis. These matches include contests between classes, genders and obviously, there are also some between clubs. Whether or not you belong to a sports club, it's club mandatory, naturally, that includes the occult research club. What the clubs actually play is announced on the day of the event, we don't know what it will be. When club member numbers differ, the setup is for fair play, at least number-wise. According to the student council announcement, some sports may require more players, so we need to make sure we have the reserves. And in conclusion, we were practicing sports likely to arise. Today happens to be baseball. As it was evening, the sky was beginning to darken. Typically, we spend our time chatting away in the club room. Recently, we began to change into our PE uniforms and practice sports. Well, I don't hate moving around for fun. For someone like me who trains in the morning, my stamina is drained the entire day. Training in the morning, lectures at school, practicing sports and devil's jobs at night. To tell you the truth, it wouldn't be surprising if I died. Being a devil is the only reason for my prolonged survival. Batting practice is fine now. If it's baseball, then Kaneko will be the fourth batter. Affirmative. Well, it is natural for the superhuman girl, Kaneko, to be the fourth batter. No need to complain about that. Even if we voted on it, Kaneko would win. Now we'll practice a knock one. Now everyone put your gloves on and spread out. Butchu was in high spirits. She was so energetic and lively that she was basically on fire. Yufufufu. Butchu likes these kinds of things, said Akeno-san while giggling. I think I understand. My Wani-sama hates to lose. Yep, that's it. Of course, there's no way that we can lose unless we make mistakes. I consented. As devils who are fundamentally stronger than humans, on the sports day we will have to hold back. Naturally, we wouldn't have a hard match. On the flip side, we had to learn the rules and features of baseball. Which is the reason why Butchu is making us practice. Even if your brain knows, your body has to as well, said Butchu. Quite an amazingly strong spirit. That's our Butchu, theory and practicality. Regardless of our superior physiques, is necessary because we don't know what might happen. Here I go. Plang. Butchu hit the ball towards Asia. The ball went through Asia's legs. Needless to say, Asia's sport sense is below exceptional. At times, she'll even trip over nothing. Asia, if you fail to catch it, go fetch it. Why yes, since the razor incident, Butchu started to show a lot of concern about matches. She seemed to really regret that loss to Razor. However, it is obvious that we were disadvantaged. But the fact that we lost damaged Butchu's pride. She did say she really wanted to win. Next is Udo here. Plang. Butchu hit the ball to Kiba. This should be a piece of cake for Kiba, he's the fastest runner in our group. He can do pretty much anything. Is what I thought. Smack. Kiba stood there like an idiot and got hit. Hey. Kiba, get a hold of yourself, I yelled at Kiba. He then looked at me with a puzzled expression. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Kiba picked up the ball and threw it back to Butchu. Butchu caught the ball with a sigh. Udo, what's wrong? You've been acting rather strange lately. It's not like you. I'm sorry. Kiba sincerely apologized. Butchu was right. This guy has been thinking about something serious lately. Even during discussions in the occult research club, he would look somewhere else and not participate. I even heard that it became a hot topic in his classroom, a prince and his thoughts. The girls were worried and excited over his expression. He was acting strange lately. This guy was always smiling, so this was rather unexpected. If my intuition is right, he started acting strange after we had that club activity in my house. Was it the photo? Possibly, I'm not sure. In the Razor match, his voice harbored some hatred while he spoke to the enemy knight. Apparently, Kiba is like this because of holy swords. But that's that, for now we have to work hard for the ball tournament. Oh, Butchu picked up a baseball manual. Butchu tends to read when things come up. Quite a bookworm she is. At home she reads some complicated texts. By the way, Ice-kun, did you know? Asked Akeno-san. Know what? Recently, Butchu started a manual on love. The love manual. I'm quite shocked for Butchu to be reading a book about love. My suddenly turned emerald for a few seconds, but went to normal when Akeno-san began to laugh. Yufufufu. Ice-kun, you don't have to worry about it. It'll be alright. It's impossible for Butchu to have a lover while you're not around. Are you sure? I'll believe in you. But Rias is mine and mine alone. I said it with a territorial tone that it made Akeno blush. If Butchu were in your shoes, she'd be deeply shocked. Yufufufu, it's her first time. You'll be in trouble, Ice-kun. Well, I didn't understand what Akeno was trying to say. It's not a problem as long as Butchu didn't fall for another man. Okay, continuing. Butchu swung her bat once, and the training recommenced. Lunchtime the next day. The ball tournament was approaching. Today we would most likely train hard as well. We were informed to go to the club room after lunch. Apparently, this would be our last meeting. But you sure is serious. Club room today as well? Asked Mitsuda while eating his curry bread. Yeah, training for the tournament. Occult research club practicing to play ball. But everyone in your club is sporty, right? Yeah, we're devils after all. Compared to humans, we're strong. Ice. You should be careful. There are bad rumors about you. Motohama said suddenly while fixing his glasses. What are you talking about? Ashinori, I don't like where this I'd going young Midoriya. Izuku, really, what do you mean? The wild beast Ice, playing around with beautiful girls. He's got a hold on Rias senpai and Himejima senpai. He's forcing them to do evil. Hex will act against their will. Fufufu. The dignified Oju-sama is making such a slutty face for me, you pig. Then you abuse them with words and violence. What? The hell's with that bucked up rumor? There's more. The beast finally set his filthy fangs on the school's mascot, Kaneko-chan, who has a lowly body. Then he instigated intense sexual intercourse that could easily break her body. He feasted on an underdeveloped body. Senpai, please stop. But her words were futile to the beast. His lust for Hex then reached the angel who had just transferred to our school. He attacked Asia-chan on the first day. I'll teach you about Japanese culture with my special after-school lesson. He made the angel fall down to the abyss at dawn. You took her into your house. The never-ending hell took place in your small room. The Brood Ice's hunt for beautiful girls never ends. Well, something like that. Are you serious? So everyone is seeing me like that? Well, we spread those rumors. Yeah. Motohama and Mitsuda confessed without remorse. I suddenly smiled at them, which made them confused until knock-bang. I hit them without a word. Of course, these booking shitheads. It hurts, you brute. Yeah. Don't take it out on us, you beast. I looked at them with a pissed-off look that made them quiet. Don't buck around spreading rumors about me. You guys, do you really want to die? Seriously? We'll go crazy with jealousy if we don't do things like this. Haha, more like our heads are already bucked over. I was about to hit them again when they said this. By the way, there's also a rumor about you and Kiba being a gay couple. The beast's lust for Hex finally reached the school prince. We spread that as well. It's really popular among some girls. Who's bending down and who's sticking it in. I was fighting the urge to growl at them, but they got the message when they saw my veins popping on my face. As enjoyable as lunchtime with my friends is, I have to go to the club room. I left after putting my empty lunchbox in my bag. Where's Asia? Oh, she's having her lunch with another girl in the corner. I'm glad that she's fitting in. She did tell me that she made a friend. Sorry Mitsuda and Motohama, I'll leave now for the club room. Oh, you're working hard. That's good for you. Were you that into sports? Can't help it. But use order. And since I'm training, I'll definitely win this. Energetic. Until recently you only became hyped up over porn and stuff. You really did change. Did you eat something bad? Does your life change when you see real tits? I ignored their question and head straight to where Asia is. Hey Asia. Finished lunch. Asia, your boyfriend is calling. The glasses-wearing girl sitting near Asia, Kiriuaika, said so with a perverted face. BBB boyfriend, flustered. I've never seen her like this before. Well, any girl would get flustered if someone calls her close guy friend her boyfriend. Eh? I'm wrong. But the two of you are always together, so I thought you two were going out. TT, that's all. Asia's face began to turn crimson. If you say something like that in a classroom, everyone will look at you. Is that so? You guys look like a couple. You're always together and get along well, kinda like a combination. You guys are also living together with your parents' permission, right? A young boy and a girl living under one roof. That'll be Mufufufu. By the way, I was the one who told her about bathing together, so. Did you enjoy it? It was you. What do you mean combination? Don't say things as if we were robots that can combine. It's rude. Well, I do want to do these things, but I can't do something like that to Asia. Who am I kidding? I almost did the deed with her if mom hadn't interrupted us. That's weird. Asia Lee Muga. Asia covered Kiryu's mouth with both hands. Please stop, Kiryu-san. Asia? I'd never seen her face so red before. Her eyes were watery as well. Does Kiryu hold some secret that Asia doesn't want me to know? It's probably girls' talk, so it's hard for me to intrude. Anyway, Asia. We were told to go to the club room, so let's go. Okay. Asia had yet to calm down. Well, discussing things like this is too stimulating for her when you consider where she was raised. Even I would feel embarrassed if I were told that she were my girlfriend, but if Asia were my girlfriend, then I would live a happy life. However, right now, I have stronger feelings of protection for Asia. I couldn't consider my life without Asia anymore. Asia's smile became a part of it. Musing about my happy life, we neared the club room. When we entered the room, the other members were already there. And there were also those who didn't belong to the club here as well. I got shocked when I saw the person sitting on the sofa besides the club members. Student president. Yes, the person sitting on the sofa is our school, Ku Academy student president Sama. Student president is a beautiful and slender female student and has a cold and strict atmosphere around her. She is so beautiful that she doesn't look Japanese, but her name is Shitori-sana senpai. She is my senior who is in 3rd year. At school she is the 3rd most popular. Of course the most popular is Rias Butchu, followed by Akeno-san. She has a scary atmosphere that won't let anyone come near her. It's also because she has the eyes of a strict person, but she is also quite the beauty. She's more popular amongst female students than male students, and she may be more popular than Rias Butchu and Akeno-san with girls. If I looked carefully, there was one other male student besides Kaichu who is from the student council. Oh, so you didn't mention us to Haidu, Rias senpai. It's also weird not to notice us when we are devils as well. Isn't this the guy who joined the student council recently as a secretary of the council? Kaichu then said it quietly to the secretary guy. Saji, it can't be helped because we are not supposed to contact each other at normal times. Also it hasn't been that long since he became a devil. Haidu-kun is responding like he is supposed to. I stayed calm when I found out the student council president is also a devil when Akeno-san explained to me. The Kaichu, Shitori-sana-sama's real name is Sona Citri. She's a high-class devil who is the next heir of the house of Citri. High-class devil and the house of Citri, it's an important house just like Rias and the house of Phoenix. I stayed calm while looking at the president. Akeno-san then further explained to me. The house of Citri is one of the 72 pillars that survived the Great War, just like the house of Gremory and the house of Phoenix. This school is actually controlled by the house of Gremory, but at daytime, it is the student council. In other words, the house of Citri is in control. The time of being in charge is split between daytime and nighttime. Is that so? Then the members of the student council are the secretary guy spoke. You guys are getting peaceful school life because Kaichu and us, the devil servants of Citri, are working at daytime. It won't be bad for you to remember that, you know. By the way, my name is Saji Genshiro. I'm in 2nd year and I am Kaichu's pawn. Oh, the same year as me and also the same pawn as me. What an unexpected meeting. I was a bit happy. For there to be another pawn besides me and also in the same year as me. The secretary guy, Saji, made an opposite reaction to me and made a sigh. Actually you damaged my pride very badly. For you, one of the 3 pervs, to be the same pawn as me. I put down my hand while looking at him. Oh? You wanna go at it? Even if I look like this, I'm a pawn that consumed 4 pieces of pawns. Even if I just turned into a devil, I won't lose against someone like Haidu. Saji made a provoking comment against me, but Kaichu glared at him sharply. Saji, stop that. But Kaichu, the reason we came here is to introduce our new servants amongst fellow high-class devils, where we both have this school as our base. In other words, it is a meeting to introduce you and Ria's servants, Haidu-kun and Asia-san. If you are my servant, then don't make a shame out of me. Besides. Kaichu then looked at me. Saji, you can't win against Haidu-kun right now. He is the one who defeated the 3rd son of the house of Phoenix. Consuming 8 pawn pieces was not just for show. 8 pieces, wait, this is the guy who defeated the Phoenix. For this guy to beat the Tracer. I thought that it was Kiba or Himejima senpai who rescued Ria's senpai. What are they on about? Also, can you stop looking at me with those weird eyes? I'm not an animal in the zoo that is doing something weird. Then Kaichu bowed her head down. I am sorry Hayato Issei-kun, Asia Argento-san. My servant hasn't experienced as much battles as you two, so he still has some rude attitude in him. If it's okay, can you please get along with him? Kaichu said it to us while smiling. I think you call this a cold smile. I didn't feel anything bad from the smile, so she must be a person who can only smile like this. Saji, eh? Yes, please get along with me. Saji also bowed his head down at me reluctantly. He seemed like he wasn't satisfied with it. Yes. Let's get along. Asia replied back with a big smile. Asia sure is a good child. If it's Asia-san, then I am very happy. Saji grabbed Asia's hand and made an attitude opposite to the one he gave me. I took Saji's hands off Asia's and shook his hand while gripping it hard. And looked at him. Ahaha, Saji-kun, please look after me as well. Also, I'll seriously fucking kill you if you lay a finger on Asia. Okay, Saji-kun. I said it with a fake smile with my eyes changing color. Then he also smiled and held my hand stronger, but I just glared at him getting territorial. Yes, let's get along. Haidu-kun, to have the blonde bishoujo for just yourself. You really are a brute-kun man. I wish there was a divine punishment which falls on you. I wish you die when a lightning falls on you while you are on your way home. We made negative comments against each other. You must have a hard time. You too. But you and Kaichu both made a sigh while looking at us. Hi. Members of the student council are stronger than the members of your club. Saji said it while letting go of my hand with me going close to Asia, making her stay close to me, which caused her to blush at the close proximity between us. So the members of the student council belong to Kaichu's household and are Kaichu's servants. Kaichu took a sip of green tea and said it with a small voice. I love this school. I also think that the work of the student council is worth the effort. That's why I will not forgive those that ruin the peaceful life of this school. Whether they are human or devils. That applies to you, the people in here, and also Rias. I understood immediately that those words were directed to us, the new devils, which are me, Asia and Saji. In other words, she will not forgive anyone that ruins the school life. So this person loves the school, Ku Academy, that much. No wonder she is the kaiju. I think this is enough for introducing our rookies. Then we will pardon ourselves now. There's also a document which I want to finish during lunchtime. Haichu got up and tried to leave. Haichu? No sound Citri-san. Sama. I will be in your care from now. Why yes, please take care of us. I bowed my head towards Kaichu and greeted her, and Asia did the same. It's a greeting as a newbie devil. She is a high-class devil and also Butchu's acquaintance. Even if her servant is that, I think it's an obvious thing to do as a new devil of the Grimoire household. Yes, let's get along. Kaichu replied and smiled at us. I looked at Kaichu, who looked back at me. Sona, is there something you'd like to say? Haidu-kun? Izuku, well yes, I was hoping when you have the time we can play a bit of chess if you're up for it. This caused not only my club but her club as well to be shocked, but Sona only smirked at me, like I'm not even a challenge, which made me grilled in excitement. Sona, we shall see Haidu-kun now. Rias, I will be looking forward to the ball tournament. Aichu said to Butchu with a smile, before she left the room, but before looking my way and I simply winked at her. Yes, me as well. Butchu smiled back at her. Oh. I understood immediately that these two are really close. Then she could have helped us in the quarrel between the old houses from the previous incident. But then I thought that it's not that simple to put your head inside the problems between high-class devils. Or did she believe that Butchu would be able to clear the problem herself? Aichu left the room after saying that. Asia. Get along with Saji-kun. You will also meet the other members of the student council who are devils, but don't fight with them. Since we are all spending our school life at the same school. Okay, Butchu said to us while smiling. Izuku, sure. Rias only smiled at me, which I smiled back. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.